Hey, everybody, look at that. Harry, it's Tuesday. You know what that means? Like Abby, like what they said over here. Abby said it's all about the fun and all that good shit and blah 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 and all that. Thank you, Abby, for basically doing that. We're going to be talking about some Superman today. We're going to have a full house. That's right, full house. If some fools can get in, I don't know what's going on. Some guys are having trouble getting in. But let me just bring in my people. My people. All right, let's go. Let's see who we got. Oh, of course, my cohort, my man of
Hey,
action. We got
Abby,
Daryl.
hold on. Abby, we were late because of him. Just letting you know, his old ass was like, oh, yeah, I was the one that I'm on the phone, by the way. And obviously, right? And he's over here talking, and we're having a good time. We were having a good time backstage. And then all of a sudden, oh shit, we're late. Let's get on it. So we all got off and all that stuff. So I do apologize. I know your time is precious, but this guy's wasting it. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. All right. Next, we'll bring my friend, my friend, my friend. There he is.
Hello,
Hello, my friend.
Habibi. Hello. And Mr. H. Happy 92. You're just getting started.
Yeah, look at that. You're very
Oh.
nice. Oh God. Then we have Sam. Yes, we have this guy. We all know Sam. We all love the Sam. If you ever
Hello,
see his last name, it's because we found out why. What the hell's going on? Well, look at that.
Oh, I messed up. Sorry. Go ahead.
Damn. And then we have a new to the group, first time ever. You've seen him with the chats. DJ, look at DJ. DJ's always in the chats, won't shut the fuck up. And then Dale finally said, come on, because we're going to talk about Superman. It's a hot topic. And then we're trying to get the other three. We're missing three people. All right, just let you guys know.
The darker friends of ours.
We're missing some three people. So hold on. Hey Matt, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I'm trying to get Matt on. Hey, as a matter of fact, Dan, can you do me a favor? Can you send your link to Matt on find Matt on IG?
DJ. Oh, no, never mind.
Yep.
And
DJ,
okay.
don't you have Matt as a friend?
Yeah, you want me to
You
do
can
it?
send him the link I sent you.
Yeah, but you got to join it from the background on the back end. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have Facebook.
Oh, who? Matt?
Hey, so I'm looking at your old links.
Yeah.
Your old
Tell him I just sent the
to
link to him.
on Instagram.
Oh, he said
Don't get
that
your
you
shit
got
together.
new links.
He
Sent
just
on
got the link
IG.
for
Matt.
Okay, all right. Let me go.
All right,
get on
all right.
IG.
Peace.
Hold on.
Damn,
Enough with these-
I
this
just
was
sent him
gonna want me to
Pornhub.
stay on the.
What's this IP at the beginning of the show?
He just sent him Tinder. Okay, guys.
I just sent J-Rob the link.
Grinder.
Sent Jay Rock the thing too. All right, everybody. I don't know what's going on lately. This past couple of weeks has been a shit show trying to get some people on. But you know what? It's perfectly fine because the ones that count are here. That's right. Oh, wait a minute.
J-Rob's in the
Look
stream. Why did you say with J-Rob joined?
at that.
Oh, there he is.
So we have
Look at
here he
this guy.
is.
What a sight for sore eyes.
Why do you
You
look
know-
mad, J-Rob?
J Rob looks like like an angry Gandalf if he was from the.
No, he looks like he just took a shit and he didn't have enough wipes. What's going on, brother?
Ah,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's nasty. First of all, it's nasty. All right. screw the wipe stuff. You know what? Let me tell you what's going on. This guy doesn't get enough love. J Rob.
Who,
J Rob
J-Rob?
doesn't get enough love. J Rob doesn't
I
get
agree.
enough love.
I agree
Truly.
with that.
I agree. He always he likes to come on just because he likes to dump on Dell. But I'm saying right now that he deserves a lot of love. Really. There
And
you
I kind of say right now, you're full of shit. But if we go on, we're going to talk
We can't
about
hear you,
Superman
DJ.
today, guys. So not a stranger, Rob. You're like my twin. That's African
Yeah.
and bald. But
Damn.
hey, man,
Damn.
I relate to J-Rob a lot. I reached out to him one now because he actually has a great. Oh, damn it, issues here. Shh. Go ahead.
Man. There we go.
Yo. Can you hear me?
Okay,
Yeah,
I think the band's all here. Hold on.
See who the last one to
Getting
join?
groups reconnecting, or is it just me?
And there's Matt.
Just you.
Okay. Now listen up, you sons of bitches, because we have like 14 people in here. All right.
Motley
So
Crue.
we're going to be talking about the reason why we brought in this magnificent 8, or because let me tell you what's going on. We are going to be talking about Superman. We've all seen it. All right. It's been out now for a couple of weeks. I finally saw it on Sunday. So we're going to talk about it, but this is what I'm going to do. We're going to do this a little different because if not, everyone's going to keep talking over each other and all that bullshit.
Like that.
That's crazy.
That was my Dell imitation.
Right.
That was my Dell imitation. I had to get some Dellisms out.
Hey, you know what?
Ashoka.
It's funny that you're laughing, Ish. DJ, do you remember when I said who are the last people that were late?
Yo,
Listen, every time
BPT,
Dell
that's
talks,
crazy.
They're on BBC time, always.
Wow. Wow.
Damn right.
Now
I can't
J-Rock
believe we let him-
wants to say so.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
hear you.
Yeah.
I can't believe we let him get away with that.
Mm.
Because we love you, Dell.
Hey, we let you go get away with the She-Hulk situation, so we're even.
You really don't, but whatever.
Hey,
No,
sorry, we can all make more money than Angel Reese. Shit.
DJ, tell me how to pronounce your name, bro.
What happened?
Tell me how to pronounce your name, man.
It's Diage.
Diage. Yo, it's good to meet you in person, finally, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I think I've never had to say it out loud before either.
Yeah,
Diage.
Diage.
I just say
always
DJ. I just say DJ because I don't be fucking anyone up.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I saw that Dan will drop down. He'll pop back in. All right. So this is our plan. What I'm going to do, we're going to put ourselves on a timer because I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes to give actually 5 minutes. I'm going to give you guys each 5 minutes to say your piece about Superman. Okay. Without anyone interrupting. And we're going to, hey, what's going on there? So then we're going to, and I have a timer here that I'm gonna be doing here, and then at the very end, then we're gonna discuss. All right, because if we give each person a chance to talk about it, someone's gonna interject, and then the whole show's over, because that's the way it goes. So we're going to go, and because Dale's only going to be here for a limited time, we're going to have Dale go first because he has lots to say. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to change. I'm going to go here to 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to go 5 minutes. I'm going to share it so everyone can see what I got going on here. All right. Hold
I don't need that for 5 minutes.
Hold the phone. Oh, and if you don't need the 5 minutes, then we don't need the 5 minutes. Cool. All right. Look at that. All right. So we're going to go with Dell. Now, once again, we have 5 minutes. If Dell finishes before the 5 minutes, go Dell. We'll stop. And again, we're going to go down the carousel. All right.
Okay.
So Dell, you're going to go first, and it starts when the clock starts. And let's go.
So I gave the rating a 7.5, close to an 8. So it's a 7.7, just to be fair. I hated the fact that the Screech, first of all, fucking Hawk Girl Screech was horrible. I hated Luthor Corp. I told DJ about that. It should be Lex Corp. Change all the other shit. Jimmy out of sudden is a fucking playboy. I don't know how he did that. It's cool, chill, whatever. Lois, she wasn't, in the animation and in the comics and cartoons, she has a demanding force. She has an aura. I didn't feel it from her. I wasn't getting that from her at all. But she was all right. She was decent. Kat shouldn't have been hotter than her to begin with. That was horrible. Casting there was just horrendous. Superman in the beginning, the fight scene kind of looked kind of lame. The fact that he broke his bones and stuff like that kind of annoyed me. Like, it really doesn't happen in supposed to be Man of Steel kind of situation. Overall, I like the direction it's going to. I don't know why Crypto had to save Superman's ass so many times throughout the movie. You know what I mean? It should have been the Crypto movie more than Superman. What else? I pretty much put it. Matt, you're supposed not supposed to interrupt me, sir. Nah, honestly, I think that's sort of my basic stuff. I already told DJ that it was stuff like that. I mean, it was a solid movie. My kids enjoyed it. It was funny. Guy was hilarious. I like the fingers. Mr. Terrific wasn't. I like that character. That character it was a solid choice. His mask could have been a little bit better, but other than that, it was pretty solid. I'm glad. I'm gonna say it, DJ, because we talked about it. There was no. I didn't notice it until till he brought it up. There was no gay people there, or that we noticed. Right? The show is the fact that they don't need to force diversity onto something, and it'll still be a good movie or a good show. Dish, hey, keep your opinions to yourself. You got your 5 minutes. These are mine. So I liked it. I enjoyed it, and that's my piece. I'm gonna let it go to the next person.
All right, hold on. Okay, so that was in 231.
I need a full
Pause that.
screen when it's my turn too. By the way, I need a full screen.
Okay, well, relax, brother.
Full screen,
Damn.
son. Okay, everybody step aside, bro.
This guy wants right. All right,
I feel like
so
Dell should have had a full screen.
no,
Nah, I got 1080p enough. I'm good.
That fool's head's big enough to fit a screen, let alone the whole damn. All right, here we go. So I'll tell you what, Ish. I'm gonna you go next. All right, and let's do this because Ish is such a fucking diva. We're gonna put you up here.
That's pretty down of a group.
All right,
I think
and I'll tell.
everybody should get a full screen when they're.
All right, but yeah, okay, all right. I just wanted to just bypass.
Hey, real quick,
All right.
what time is it over there? Pish, what time is it over there?
Clobbering
If
time.
you're at
It's my time.
He said clobbering time, yo.
Wait, hold on, Ish. Here we go. And here we go. Once the clock starts, you can go. And let's do it.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna go right off with the rating. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 to 8. That's where I'm at with it. The reason why I'm giving it that is because it was a DC film. It was one of the better DC films. People have expectations of DC movies that they're subpar, that they're poor. This was not that. So I give it a measure of grace specifically because it was a DC film and it was a good movie. I left the theater feeling like I saw a good movie. I like the concept of saving the best for last. What I mean by that is I don't expect them to come out with their best first, and then and then we progressively get worse. This portends to something good, in my opinion. It started off good, and there's room for it to get better. If it gets worse, then that's a problem. So yeah, I thought I watched a really good Superman movie. I was annoyed by Lois Lane, but I liked her strength of character. This is the strongest Lois Lane we have seen on screen character-wise. It is the strongest one, stronger than Margot Kidder, stronger than that girl who was in The Man. This is a very strong, headstrong. This is Lois Lane. She's going to get into the thick of things. She's investigating. She's asking the tough questions. She's going to all the places. She's doing the things. This is the Lois Lane that I'm used to seeing in comic books. So I like that. I think what we got from Mr. Terrific was pretty great in that, like, what do you expect from Mr. Terrific? This is a guy nobody knew before the movies. And James Gunn has a knack for taking obscure characters, i.e. Guardians of the Galaxy, and making them enjoyable and recognizable and personable and relatable and making you like them and introducing them to you in a way that, is pretty cool. So I think that was dope what he did with Mr. Terrific. I love seeing the Engineer. I love seeing a Wildstorm Image Comics character shine on screen in the villain role. I thought the person who played her was phenomenal. The Maria de Faria, phenomenal. Love seeing the Engineer. The clone of Superman, he did what he was supposed to do. Beat the crap out of Superman, break Superman's bones. We remember this is a Superman who holds back. That's who Superman is until he realizes I don't have to hold back. That's why you saw Superman in so many situations where, he didn't show that I'm the most powerful man in the universe. That's Supergirl's job. Supergirl doesn't hold back, right? She's the one who loses her temper and beats the hell out of everything. Superman is always holding back on the off chance that I might kill you. And he doesn't want to do that. That's why he saves Squirrel. Last, and I kind of want to end cap it. I love that they gave us a villain that we can truly not like. That we're not getting a Darth Vader type villain, right? Like we got a villain that, You're not supposed to like this villain. You don't like this villain. And my last thought is the dog was annoying. He never did what anyone told him to do. The only thing that I appreciated with the dog is what he did to Lex. Everything else with his dog, you got in my way. Like you were there to be cute and, you know, for people to be, you know, enthralled by it or what have you. But to me, you were always just in the way. You never did what you were supposed to do when I needed you to do it. He didn't save Superman. I win. When he was chewing up the balls, or when he was doing all the things that he wasn't supposed to, and Superman kept telling him to stop the whole movie, you just annoyed me. But I did like what he did to Lex. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Thought it was cool. Thought the end credit scenes were the worst ever in the history of movies.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay,
I
done.
was expecting more. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. We got next. We're gonna go with DJ. We're gonna put you on the top. There we go. And we start now.
So my rating, I'm just gonna go straight to it. And this is going from what I've seen this year, and I gave it a 9. I walked out of the movie ready for the next thing. I walked out of the movie smiling. I enjoyed it. I didn't want to stop talking about it. I even went and saw it again, and it stuck at a 9. Just because we haven't got this from DC, just because of what I have seen so far, and this is probably the best movie I've seen so far. The reason why I gave it a 9 was because, I mean, it showed a different side of Superman that we have not seen. We've always saw the Superman that doesn't hold back, destroys everything when he fights, and we saw Superman be human for 1 minute, and I enjoyed Crypto. I'm sorry. I mean, a lot of people didn't. I enjoyed him. You know, he was a goofy dog. I have dogs, and my dog doesn't listen all the time either, and I can kind of compare myself with that same situation. Lois Lane, I enjoyed Lois Lane. You know, she definitely carried that. And I enjoyed Clark Kent's family. I mean, the two older, I enjoyed Mr. and Mrs. Kent. You know, I thought that was really dope because it showed that whatever situation you grow up in, you can change. You don't have to be where you came from. What else? The villains. So the two things I didn't like was definitely the Screech. That was very annoying. Hot Girl Screech was gross. And I didn't like the introduction of Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific. I felt like they were kind of came in like a sidekick almost. Like they're introduced like, oh, here's Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific sidekick people. But they're two big characters. And I feel like they can be introduced a little bit better than that. But like someone told me, you know, well, so it's a Superman movie, and that kind of makes sense. You don't want to take a sign from a Superman movie. But that was only the two things that I just kind of didn't really care for. I mean, Dell said, you know, the LexCorp name, and to me, I really could care less about the name. You know, we all kind of know who Lex Luthor is. We know where he's from and what he does. But another thing Ish brought up too as well. I hated Lex Luthor. I walked out of the movie wanting him. I wanted Crypto to whoop his ass a little bit more than what he did. That's just me. Like I was like, don't stop, throw his ass out the window. Like, but that scene with Superman and Lex at the end, that kind of hit home a little bit too. I mean, it was just one of those situations where you felt like you're in the shoes of Superman as well. But yeah, I mean, to me, I'm gonna be honest. I gave it a 9 out of 10, and I saw it again, and I stood on that 9 out of 10.
All right,
DJ, hold on. DJ, and I think we should give Ish a moment to answer my question too. Well, I want everybody to answer it, but I don't want anybody to forget about it. So, what were y'all's thoughts on the whole changing of? Hey, we want you to take over the world, get your harem, all that shit. What was your opinion about that? And I need to go get Ish another minute.
I'm glad you asked that because I forgot to speak on that.
That's what I wanted to. So did I, but it's fine with me. I want to see what DJ would say, then Ish, and then we'll go on, continuing the little thing that Caesar has.
I thought that was actually really cool. I'm glad they switched that up, you know, because I felt like, to me, I felt like that was a different, like we've always seen the same Superman being sent to this world to be the protector, and I'm so glad they switched that up. I didn't want to see that no more. I wanted to see a twist to it, and I'm glad that, and that's what made me bring up the situation between Mrs. and Mr. Kent. It's no matter where you came from and what you were told to do, if you grow up in a childhood that's different, and it will mold you to be something different. So, and that's just what I can stand on for that. So I don't know what Ish can say.
Ish.
I'm gonna be very quick on it. So at first I really did not like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was an inherent change to the mythos, and I wasn't feeling it. However, when I thought about it in a realistic sense, I said to myself, well, what would the real if this was a real situation and someone really sent their kid
No, come on, Itch.
what happened?
No, he's
No
he's
way.
reacting to your thing.
Is that me?
No, yeah, he's reacting to your. Dan's
Oh, no.
reacting to your.
Oh, in a real sense, this is what it would really be, right? It would really say, hey, we want to depopulate our race. Like this is what they would really say. So I was like, okay, I could kind of. The only way you can redeem Superman is by showing his actual parents that raised him, and it kind of gave you that dichotomy. But yeah, at first I disagree with it, and then I became okay with it, and I am okay with it.
Same.
All right.
I'm the same with
Okay.
you. Ish. I also was against it, and then yeah, it shows that Superman's a different person. He's showing us he's who he is. But I'm done. Go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna start with Dan because Dan probably already has a rebuttal to Ish's statement. All right, go. Hold on, Ish. Here we go, Dan, and
Yeah, why are you making that LexCorp face?
go.
Okay. First of all, I'm kind of in the same agreement with Ish in terms of the overall rating. I mean, I think he said 7.5. I'm at an 8. I mean, I'm not going to say 10. We're early in Gunn's universe. I'm going to give it time to see how this all flushes out. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Personally, I like Man of Steel better. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying my personal preference is I like Man of Steel. I like watching the Superman figuring out his powers as he's a youth, growing up. You see his morality and his integrity kind of flush out. Then he becomes that man that we all come to love. Now, that doesn't take nothing away from the Gunn Superman. Beautiful movie. Really well done. Couple nitpicky things, but nothing that I don't think I can get over. My biggest gripe, I think, is Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl. And the only reason was she was great. I just think the physicality of the character Hawkgirl, it doesn't mesh 5'1" Isabella Merced. I know that's a nitpicky thing.
No.
But typically, Hawkgirl ranges from like 5'7" to 5'9" in the DC world.
Yeah, but that's if you're talking about Thanagarian Hawkgirl versus human Hawkgirl.
What is she?
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like I said, that's fine. I mean, I guess it's just nitpicky to me. I don't know what he was going for. If he was going for that Thanagarian policewoman, or like you said, the Earth one, right? But I don't know as this goes forward, and you're going to start bringing other characters in like Supergirl. I mean, Hawkgirl's taller than Supergirl, so that's going to be weird if Millie Alcock is taller than Hawkgirl. But again, it's just a nitpicky thing, not a big deal. I really did love the way David Corenswet portrayed Clark Kent. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. I loved, more than I thought I would, Gathegi. I think Mr. Terrific was a bright spot in that movie among all the other great things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like Justice Gang. I didn't like Justice Gang either. I didn't, it was funny how they were working it in. Like, it's not the official name. I mean, that was cute. I don't know if, I like that. I kind of would have liked to see probably a more formalized official name, like from the DC Comics, but okay, that's fine. I can get past that too. I love Nathan Fillion. I love that scene where he's flipping tanks and giving middle fingers. Oh my gosh, it was so entertaining. I will say, and I see these movies right when they come out. I love them. Marvel, DC, it doesn't matter. I love everything. To go to these theaters and watch these movies. First time in, I would say, about 5 years that I've seen a packed theater on a Tuesday, which was amazing. Packed.
$5 ticket.
All different. It was the Amazon Prime early thing, right? So it was
It was
packed.
free.
All walks of life, old couples. It wasn't free. No, and I will also say when the movie ended, the theater clapped, which was amazing. And I'm surprised at. I will say I kind of disagreed with Ish around the mythos and the way they did Jor-El and Lara. I don't know if I like that, but I trust Gunn. I think he's a very creative individual. I'm excited to see where the DC universe is going to go from here. So far, Creature Commandos has not disappointed. Neither has this movie, so I'm very excited.
He's not going to
I
write
think they also
Creature
have the
Commandos
benefit-
anymore. You know that?
That's okay. I mean, I still liked it. I mean, as part of this new DCU, I liked the work. We'll see what happens with the next season, but I will say that they have the benefit of seeing what Marvel did, and they didn't have to go through the wall first necessarily. Like, the first person through the wall is usually the bloodiest, right? That's what they say. And I think DC is going to be able to look at what Marvel did with their multiverse and the expanded universe and figure out how to iron out the wrinkles that Marvel really kind of had to deal with as they were kind of unfolding their universe with the MCU. So that'll be good. But all in all, I think it was a really good movie, really well done. Personally, I like Henry Cavill Superman better, but it doesn't mean that the movie is better. I think James Gunn hit a grand slam with this movie, and I'm very excited to see Supergirl. One other quick comment with 27 seconds. I'm really concerned at like the success of the box office, because with success, the executives want more, and they're fast tracking a Wonder Woman movie. And I'm worried that they're going to try to rush this thing out the door. And again, this is just my speculation, and not give Wonder Woman the credit and the consideration that she's going to be due for a right movie in the DCU. So I hope they take their time and do Wonder Woman right. But I'm excited for Gunn and his DCU.
Wow, look at that.
Are they fast
Wow.
tracking it though?
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, they're fast tracking Wonder
One
Woman
thing
now.
James Gunn has said that he's not going to produce a product that does not have a script written.
Yeah.
He's standing on that. So that's one thing I know that he's going to take into consideration no matter what.
Okay, let's go next with my man Sam. If I could find his ass, where's he at?
Oh, Sam's
is
your
this
man
here?
now?
Oh, that's that Sam. Sam's always been my man. First of all, I don't know where the fuck this guy's. As a matter of fact, fuck that guy. There he is. I can't seem to find him. All right, Sam, because I'm having trouble with this whole picture thing. We're gonna put you here. Here we go. So let's put Sam a little bit bigger here. There we go. That'll work. All right, Sam, and let's
Sam, I end up getting it.
go.
So I give Superman an 8.0. There's a lot of things I really liked about this movie. There are a lot of things that I thought were forgettable or things I could have done without. But first and foremost, it feels like a comic book. I absolutely loved the lighthearted feeling that I got from this. I love that there is a bigger universe to Superman than just him. You had so many other characters. You had random monsters and villains popping up all over the place. So it felt like I was opening up the pages while I'm just sitting in the theater. It was great. It also felt to me like an action-packed Saturday morning cartoon just put into live action and smushed into 2 hours. So it was a blast. I had a wonderful time watching it. When it opened up, I did think that the text and the exposition, it was a lot. I like how they played off the theme of like three centuries or whatever, 3 decades and all this to give you what was going on in the movie. But it opened up basically with Superman being in between the conflict of 2 warring countries. And I think that's incredibly relevant to today's day and age, but it's also timeless because Superman was a wartime book. So it's awesome to see where he's stepping in, and it just speaks to his character throughout the entire movie. And it continued to show up. This Superman is relatable. I thought it's like one of the best iterations of Superman I've seen on screen. He values life, and he shows that in contrast to the other characters, Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, and Mr. Terrific, where they didn't value life. He's protecting things as small as a squirrel in that movie. And he also wanted to keep that kaiju, you know, for research, for whatever, which I thought the kaiju was a little meh, but, you know, to each his own. And then as Clark Kent also, I thought he was great. To me, and it hasn't been mentioned yet, but the interview scene specifically stands out as just a moment where you can see the contrast between strong-willed, strong-minded Lois Lane and a Superman who has not figured himself out. You know, he's been in the public eye for 3 years. He's, you know, they're using social media as a way to project his you know, confidence issues. And I absolutely love that. I think it's a relatable Superman because every single one of us question our confidence and our capabilities every single day.
No.
So a very relatable Superman,
That's not
but
true.
one that does value, shut up, Ish, that does value life.
It's true. It's not. I'm sorry.
In that, though, I really thought Lois was wonderful. Jimmy, I thought was forgetful. He was only there to like push the plot forward. You know, he was all right. Same thing with the girlfriend. You know, it ended up being like a huge part of the plot. You know, and the resolution, but whatever. Lex was awesome.
You can call him jealous, Sam.
Throw up Justin's comment too,
Yeah.
please. That's
Lex was hateable, you know, a perfect egomaniac, and it made you hate him even more because he was controlling the clone or Bizarro or whatever we want to call it with video game stuff. So it's like, dude, like you're such a douche. But he also had maybe one of the most impactful violent moments in the movie when he murked that guy. You know, there was purposeful violence in this movie, and it was great. That middle section of the movie, though, when Mr. Terrific and, you know, Lois go into the pocket universe to save him, it was kind of like, I wasn't overly impressed with the whole sequence. I love that we got Metamorpho. He looked incredible. Mr. Terrific was a badass. But I also thought all of them were unnecessary. You know, they were fun. They're pushing us forward into, you know, what's next. But, you know, and the baby, like that baby wasn't going to die. Like no one was truly at risk.
It wasn't even necessary in the movie.
Right.
Baby Joey wasn't necessary.
Oh, I got 20 seconds. Crypto, I thought was phenomenal. And the reason why is because he was consistent throughout the entire movie. And at the end, he had a purpose. And there was a reason why he treated Superman like crap. It's because he wasn't his dog, his Supergirl's dog. So, and I think that the Jor-El, my time's up. Jor-El and like the whole origin, I like the switch because I think that's like the new, it carries forward the new, like, if Superman wants to be the American way, you know, it's your actions and your character define you in a way.
So
Can I say something really quick before?
What's going on, Sam? What's going on? Sam, we're like the Sandman. We're like Sandman from the Apollo, not of the Apollo.
For the next person,
Drag your
I had to pick them out, man. Yes,
I want
Sam.
to say really quick. Props on that movie for reusing the original. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, yeah.
dun,
Oh,
dun.
yeah.
They did.
Great,
Yeah.
great touch.
The score
Like
was
a
great.
Great touch.
All right, here we go.
J-Rob.
Now we got the J-Rob. J-Rob, let's go now. You're on mute.
Here we go.
God
no.
damn, here we go.
We
No,
brought
wait,
the guy
wait,
back
wait,
on,
wait,
and here we
wait,
go
wait.
again.
Hey, this
Oh,
is
there we go, there we go.
this is my time.
That's the best critique we've
Restart
heard.
the clock because they
This
were.
is my time. Restart the clock.
Restart the clock. This is nice.
Reset the clock.
All right, you know what? Hold on, I'll reset it. All right, okay.
No,
cool.
you don't
Ready?
gotta reset it.
No, too late. All right, go.
Oh,
Be like,
my
it was
Lord.
shit.
No, so I give the movie a 6, maybe a 6.5.
Jesus Christ.
I knew it.
LeBron James of the podcast.
Didn't he say no interruptions?
That's
I
true.
was
Go ahead.
sorry for you all. All right. To me, the CGI was not good. I did not like that crappy kaiju. If you remember the scene where Ultraman and the engineer escort Superman off the ship, The stairs don't even match where his feet are stepping. It was not good. The fight scene that people are raving for Mr. Terrific, wasn't good. I think they really nerfed that character for what we've seen in the animated series, and I get it. Many people don't know who Mr. Terrific is. Many people don't read any books that he's in.
Caesar.
I think. Well, we are that. I think it should have been way. Hawks doesn't even need to be talked about. She should have been in
Who has a kid? Who is a kid? Who's that kid?
There's some background noise going on.
Dale, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
I'm not resetting his clock. Go ahead.
Please don't.
No, you're good. We've had Superman since the 30s. Why is he still terrible? I actually did like Lois Lane. This is probably the first Lois Lane I've liked ever. That whole narrative with Jor-El telling him basically, son, go to Earth and get those hoes. That's basically what he go ahead and naked hit them hoes.
I don't think he said that.
That's what he was telling. He told him to go and repopulate with all the women. So he was basically saying, son, get them hoes. And just give us Supreme.
He didn't say that.
I don't think he said dem hoes.
If we want somebody who's some extraterrestrial being coming to Earth and just going, I'm a guy, new narrative that actually is.
Man, this is the reason why I don't have J-Rob on.
Straight from him being an immigrant is straight from
no,
Superman
focus. I can't hear the truth because your audio's out.
Handle the truth. My audio is not out. Lex Luthor. Oh my God, him being just jealous. Come on, man.
He's always been jealous, though.
He wasn't jealous.
Can I finish?
He was not jealous.
Can I finish? Thank you. I reclaim my time. Jimmy the Rizzler Olsen. Come on, man. What is the spinoff going to be? It's going to be Jimmy Olsen and Mr. Terrific. It's going to be the Chronicles of Jimmy Olsen and his Tinder profile, and Mr. Terrific is going to be behind the scenes perfecting the algorithm of his Tinder profile.
It's going to be DC presents of Love Island.
You're interrupting. Thank you.
He did have his own comic.
I reclaim my time. The engineer, man. This Catwoman. Why? She didn't even need to be in there.
What? We didn't even hear it.
Come on, man. Stop it. Oh, just put a
hold on. We didn't even hear it.
Hear what?
What did you say about the cat? We didn't hear it.
Cat, what was her purpose? She didn't need to be there. And then at the end, Superman and you just saved the world. Let's go behind this truck so I can interview you. How long those two been hooked? Man, get the flip out of here. You just flying around with some woman. Man, get out. That's trash.
This sounds more like a rant.
Ma and Pa Kemp.
Facts.
I did not like the rendition of them. Like they were just these podunk. Whoa, we barely know how to read. Paul is cleaning. I cleaned your boots. But then I did think about it because I do have a guy I worked with from Kansas, and he is very similar to that. So that might be quite accurate. But I still didn't like that.
Can we
we're getting canceled for
finish?
You have 20 seconds.
Can we give J-Rob 20 more seconds to redo the Kent?
My God.
I still have 20
fucking 5 hours.
Hey, it don't matter. Suited up in his battle rattle so he can go escort Super. Get the flip out of here. Stop it. You ain't never gonna see Rand Paul or any of them other jokers.
Thank God.
Oh my gosh.
Right. But that was
You're right.
I see why people like it though.
In summary, J-Rob gave it a 9.
I gave it a 6.
I got a J-Rob question. J-Rob, did you like Brave New World better?
I'm saving that for the Brave New World show.
What did you give? Brave New World?
Brave New World.
There sure ain't gonna be no Brave New World show.
What did you give Brave New World?
6 to 6.5. Same.
So you telling me that this movie is comparable to Brave New World? 6 to 6.5.
I don't even know what Brave
Matt,
New World
I
is.
love you, Matt.
Captain
Captain
America.
America.
Captain America. All right, here we go, Matt. Here we go. And your start, and please, by all means, I hope your 5 isn't the J Rob's 5, all right?
It's gonna be the
Hey,
opposite.
It
He's gonna
most
11.
definitely
I
is
said
it.
6, Caesar.
Hey, Dell,
Most definitely
you have some background noise on your end. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so let me just start by
I like to
saying that a
interrupt.
lot of these criticisms that people have, you have to remember when you go to a movie, you're going to see somebody's rendition of storytelling. They're telling a story. So whether somebody had a point to being there, what their purpose was, whether you felt they were supposed to be there or not, that person telling the story decided they wanted them there. So deal with it or not. You know what I mean? Like it's not for you to decide whether it should or should not have been there. Anyway, I went in with low expectations. I'm not a big DC guy to begin with, but I am a fan of the Snyderverse. So take that as you will. I felt like this movie was very, very James Gunn. It felt like a straight up James Gunn movie. But I do think that James Gunn works better in DC than he does with Marvel. I think this DC sandbox that he has is going to lend very well to his talents. Overall, I gave it a 7.5. Closer to the 7.5, not so much the 8. It's a good movie. I thought it was a good movie. I had a good time. It's just not a great movie. And someone else said it before. I think that makes sense because it's one of the first movies. It's the first in the Superman franchise for this run, for this universe, the DCU. And so I am looking forward to the next one. I think Superman's actor. I don't have all their names. You guys are smart for having them. I don't have them all. But I felt like he was doing his best Christopher Reeves impression. He felt like the old school Superman, felt a little campy and hokey. But it felt sincere and I liked it. But I am a fan of Henry Cavill's Superman better. I felt like Lex Luthor felt kind of hokey and forced. I felt like he was the weakest link of all of them. I felt like Hawk Girl was very underused. And she should have had more screen time. I had no problems with her screech whatsoever.
Me neither.
Guy Gardner, I felt like he was out of place and jarring. It was like he was this very failed attempt at a comic relief. It just didn't. It felt very over the top and ridiculous. Not even comic like. Lois and Clark's dynamic that they had relationship wise, the emotional complexity of it, I greatly appreciated that. Like someone mentioned that their whole scene where they were doing the interview, I really appreciated that. I felt like Crypto was the scene stealer, right? To me, Crypto stole the show. I felt like it was a great more like a Rocket and Groot kind of like baby Groot kind of energy, but he had very funny moments. I felt like I don't know a lot about the mythos of Crypto in the comics, but I was not annoyed by him. He was used a lot, and I felt like it was welcome for me because I appreciated it. I am expecting some sort of Crypto spinoff from this because I think that Crypto is probably going to end up being some sort of mascot or like this franchise baby face like Baby Yoda. So I expect to see more from him, and I'm happy to see that. I love the Supergirl cameo. It definitely hyped me up to see her movie and seeing her in this light because now I know it's going to be completely different from this. I think the Bizarro setup was really good with the Superman clone. I love that. The cinematography, I absolutely loved. They used a lot of wide angle lenses with close-up shots, and that delivers a really immersive and stylish look, something that you've seen in a couple Guardians movies, but not all of them. Mostly used in a lot of the fight sequences. I felt like the Fortress of Solitude. Is that was called? Is it called the Fortress of Solitude? What is it called? What is the thing? Superman's home. Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I felt like it was surprisingly, it was very dope. The design of it, I was very impressed by it for some reason. It in scale and mass and design is awesome for me. The visual tone of the movie was very bright and hopeful. Obviously, the Snyderverse was kind of the exact opposite of that, and so that was a welcome change for me. I did want more emotional resonance. I felt like they should have emphasized a little more with Superman. Like, I felt like they They talked about some very hot topics, current events, as far as like the political messaging in it. And I felt like those had meaningful tones. I felt like the Martha, I felt like Martha was underutilized, and she didn't. I felt like they used Jonathan Kent more so. And that scene with the two of them, it was like the only real emotional moment that I had in the movie, and I would have liked to have
5
seen more.
seconds.
And then the music was awesome. James Gunn made it James Gunny, but I like the theme.
All right. All right.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to address, because I've never, it's such a polarizing topic, the war element of this movie. And I've seen it, a lot of people saying Israel, Palestine, and it's causing a lot of, speculation and vitriol. And that war could have easily been Ukraine, Russia. It could have been, it's an oppressive regime versus not an underdog, right?
I don't know that thematically it could have been Ukraine, Russia.
It could have been any war. It could have been China against Taiwan.
The
It could have
theme
been
was
any.
specifically, we want to make this area better for the people by coming in and taking it over, which is very much
I understand, but what I'm simply saying is, what I'm simply saying is, I don't think Gunn was trying to pluck emotions with trying to insert a current event war, into this movie. I don't think so, and I just want to make sure, like, people don't not go see, they don't avoid the movie because they think, oh, Gunn is trying to play politics here.
Well, Gunn crafted and plotted this movie and had the script for this movie before Palestine
exactly,
attack, and before that October attack.
All right.
Palestine.
Yeah, this conflict has been going on for thousands of years. Like, we can't keep every time there's a war in a movie going, oh, here we go. It's, we got to get past that because it's an entertaining movie.
All right, shut up. Okay, so here we go.
Sorry.
I'm going to give you, first of all, I'm going to give you the pros. It was kind of cool to see different characters. I didn't mind the Hawk Girl Screech. I do mind the fact that she's 4'4", where my Hawk Girl is like at least 6 feet. If she's
Where's the timer at?
I'm okay with that. Huh?
Where's
I don't
the
get
timer?
timer. He don't get a timer.
I don't get one because this is my
his show.
segue is going to go in. My segue is going to go with everybody else, right? This is the end.
Because he runs.
So this is the other thing.
No, he does not.
Lois Lane was good. Dale, isn't it 7? It's 8 o'clock. Dale, bye bye.
I want to hear your opinion, Caesar. Mike, go ahead.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Fuck, I already forgot what I was gonna say.
Tacos to tend to.
Whoa!
You were saying Lois Lane.
Whoa!
You brought up Lois Lane.
Oh, Lois Lane.
Lois
Lane. I enjoyed Lois Lane. I think Lois Lane was sort of that all business, right? All business, all about the story. So I was okay with Lois Lane. The fight scenes, all right. Yeah, they were pretty decent. And a lot of that's okay. It was all right. I give it a 6.5 to a 7. All right. Let me tell you the cons. Oh, the cons.
We didn't get any pros.
Why? Well, this is the funny thing about the cons. Now, if there's a 500-foot kaiju, I'm not going to be standing around 2 feet away from it during a battle. But apparently, people like to stick around Metropolis. My wife goes, "Why would anyone want to live in Metropolis? It's always getting fucked up." And it's true. Everyone's just sticking around eating yogurt behind a glass. I'm like, come on, man, this is fucking stupid. I will admit, I did enjoy the little jabs that James Gunn did with the electronic monkeys that are on social media. Just that was clever, right? That was a little clever. Metamorpho, I think they did a good job. He was a little soft, and the whole baby was absolutely 100%. They had to put that in there for him to do the kryptonite. That was bullshit, right?
Shout out to Dan Malik for his comment.
I don't. One con is Gunn made us read text sometimes. You know what? Overall, and the girl with the hoots, right? The girl with the hoots. She's what, the gossip columnist? Is that what she?
Lana
That's what she
Lang,
is?
right?
No, she goes by
Cat.
Cat something. Her character was her character was completely worthless. Her character was completely worthless. I don't even know why they even threw her in there. It was kind of I don't know.
Lois was supposed to just talk to herself.
She barely hardly talked
Yeah,
to Cat
Jimmy.
to start with. And then the slow-mo at the end, right? That was not intended. Okay. All right, listen, people. Overall, I think people liked it. I think we all kind of enjoyed it, except for J-Rob, who some enjoyed it more than others, like DJ. I mean, he popped out of there with the tall boy. He couldn't stand up for about 3 minutes after the movie was over. And apparently neither could Matt. Matt really enjoyed it more than but Matt kind of sees stuff differently, right?
Matt gave it a 7.5.
Oh, really? I thought you gave it an 8.0. Oh, sorry.
No, I get a 7.5. It was 7.5 to 8.0, closer to the 7.5.
I will say I
still enjoyed it. I still really did like it.
I enjoyed it. Will I go back to the theaters and watch it like DJ? No, I'm not a moron. I'm not going to go back to the movie twice and pay more money to go watch that. That's not going to happen.
DJ,
did everybody see it
a
IMAX?
rebuttal. You do get a rebuttal, DJ.
It's all good. Trust me, I enjoyed it, yo. Everybody had their
Ish ain't worried about. DJ ain't worried about what he thinks. Hey, did everybody see it in IMAX?
Yes. I went to the fan event. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And for the record, J-Rob enjoyed it.
I think
J-Rob, did he tell you that on the side?
He said 6 to 6.5.
I think J-Rob literally
that's in the realm of enjoyable.
Did it sound like he enjoyed it? Because it didn't sound like J-Rob enjoyed it.
He liked them hoes for sure.
I tell you what, right now it sounds like J-Rob, by hearing his, it sounded like he gave it a 4.0.
Yeah, his review into like a Negro spiritual. He was literally giving sing-songy commentary.
No.
He's like, come on, Pa. Like it was very musical. It was very swing low, sweet chariot. But
he's a Negro spiritual.
He turned it into.
But let me.
That TLC in the building out of nowhere.
I will say I do prefer Man of Steel more than this one.
Agreed.
Man of Steel had, maybe because Man of Steel had that grit to it. I don't know. I just enjoyed it more. I don't know. Will I watch it again?
Yes.
Probably. I won't pay for it.
I would.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I want to see it again. I would go see it again.
Yeah, I'd watch it again.
No.
You know what? Nobody mentioned. I like the part where Peacemaker made his little scene in there.
That was a nice
That
cameo.
made me laugh.
That was a nice cameo.
Yeah, but
And then-
I don't.
Those little plugs are what were nice breaks in the movie. Like even the scene with Mr. Terrific's garage door.
Yeah.
He's like, going super slow. I mean,
It just felt very James Gunn like though. That's James Gunn.
That's James Gunn material.
Yep.
I
was
will
my
say.
biggest gripe about it. I'm sorry, Caesar. Go ahead.
No. I was get DJ. Go ahead. You want to say something before I say something? Go ahead.
Smallville thing. I like the Smallville thing when they're in his room. That was dope. Yeah, I love seeing stuff like that.
He did drop little Easter eggs, right? It's one of those things, and I'm pretty sure DJ, the second time you saw it, you caught stuff the second time around you didn't catch the first time, right? And that always happens. Will I watch it again? Probably when it's on Max on the background. I'll probably pop it in. This is my thing, though, people. I will say this did give me hope that the Gunn universe is on the uptick. It's on the uptick. I will say that.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Peter. My answer is because I don't agree with your top 5. First of all, I don't think Superman 1 is top 5. Superman 2, in my opinion.
Bro, that was like 4 podcasts ago.
So my question is to the
top
to everybody.
No. He was saying top 5 Superman film.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't think Superman 1 is I think Superman 2 is the best Superman film.
Yeah, number one is just number one is there's purely on nostalgia. That's
Yeah, Superman 2 is just the best. It's number one. Number one. I don't put Superman 1 on there. And then I like Man of Steel and then this one. So I think that those are the top 3 to me.
I agree.
So,
I don't
my
think Superman
question to
Returns
everybody
is
right
on that
now.
list.
So, what do y'all think as Maxwell Lord being James Gunn's brother? Like, he's gonna be Maxwell Lord from now on. What are your thoughts of him being that character?
Who cares?
Yeah, Maxwell Lord he's so insignificant. Let's be honest. They ruined him when they did that Wonder Woman piece of shit.
Yeah,
84,
but
so.
it's James Gunn's brother, and I think he's gonna have a bigger part in the DC universe than just
It
in the
doesn't
comic.
matter. Maxwell Lord is such a worthless character. Personally,
He'll end up
I don't-
running Checkmate, and he'll turn on the heroes, and the Justice Gang will end up, being a part of whatever his evil plan is unintentionally, and then they're gonna have to do a whole swerve. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, the problem is he's gonna fall short of old girl, who clearly James Gunn is bringing back by just reintroducing Flag and resurrecting Flag, and even having Peacemaker involved. He's gonna fall short of the what's her name, Sam? You know her name.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Amanda Waller. He's gonna
Okay.
eventually.
See you, Del.
Later, guys.
See you, Del.
J
Take care,
Rob,
Del.
See you,
you made me laugh, J Rob. I love it.
Later, Dale.
Later. Oops, no,
And I
don't
don't think you need to recast Amanda Waller, which with Peacemaker in there, I don't think they will. I mean, she's perfect. It's kind of like they kept Jonah Jameson across all, from Sony to Marvel. They kept the same guy because he's just perfect for J. Jonah Jameson. She's just perfect as Amanda Waller. I don't think you need to recast her.
No, she's fine.
No.
I don't think. Well, they're gonna do Waller, right? They're still doing that show, and she's playing the role. So I think she's perfectly fine. I am very curious now that we saw what Gunn is capable of doing in this universe. I really am looking forward to Swamp Thing. I just because I really am seeing. I want to see what they're gonna do with that character. Right.
Caesar, what's on the books for DC? I'm not even.
Yeah. Big
So
facts.
they got
Clayface.
okay. So yeah. So they want to do a spinoff, sort of a Clayface spinoff, right?
Clayface is next.
Right.
From-
Then they're
Is
doing.
that a show like The
A
Penguin?
movie.
It's going to be a movie, and it's probably going to be based on the Boris Karloff or the Karloff.
It's
character.
a body
I don't think
horror film. It's going to be
I
a
don't think
body
it's gonna
horror
be
film.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Matt Hagen, but it might be Matt Hagen.
You said it's a
Is
body horror
Is
film.
that,
Body
does
horror,
that mean
yeah.
it's
What is a
confirmed
body
that,
horror
like,
film?
that the
I was about to
Batman
go
body horror.
is
Because I thought
in
that was
the Gunn
different from-
universe?
Right, exactly. I thought that was separate.
No, that is separate because the Batman, the Twilight Batman it's a different thing going on.
Twilight
That's-
Batman.
That's separate.
So this is the other thing. So we got Swamp Thing's on the mark, right? We have Waller supposedly is on the mark. We also have the Lantern Corps
Television series.
is television series from Max. It's going to
they
be in
better
that
not mess
that true time. It's going to be that true crime way of doing things, right? It's going to be a
Space
detective show. It's going to be like a detective show, which
Space
I'm all
True
for.
Detective.
And they're
Well,
flying.
that's what they are, though, right?
I mean,
Right,
they
they're-
are. No, I agree
they
with
are.
you.
Then he's supposed to now, from what I'm hearing from my sources, what's off and on is the Authority. Is off and on. So he has, and then he's doing Blue Beetle apparently, and Booster Gold. So do I give a shit about Booster Gold? Absolutely, I don't give a shit about Booster Gold. I got to be honest. He's trying to strike
Booster
gold twice.
So I think, like, knowing Booster Gold and his backstory could make for one hell of a Gun style movie.
It'll be really
100%.
funny.
I agree.
It'll be a comedy. It'll be.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's-
it'll be a good.
it's-
It'll be a
But do we want to show
I
that?
bet.
Do we want to show a movie that's gonna be completely all ha-has?
I
thought they were
don't,
doing,
but I think with that character, like
You
Blue
can't. You
Beetle
have to
and
do it that
Booster
way.
Gold, they are haha.
Yeah, he's a joke.
Well, it's like doing Deadpool without any ha-has, right?
Like, and it's Booster Gold. I think is such an underrated character in general. But the premise of you're a shit hero in the future who goes, oh man, back in if
he
I
wasn't
went back,
even a hero in the future. He just happens to go back in the past with a bunch
oh
of
yeah, with all
regular
the
stuff.
technology. Yeah,
It's
you're
just
right.
regular tech.
I just want to go back in time and be a hero in that time. And
I-
he's still a schmuck, but You know,
So I'm gonna change it up on you guys. I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna go around the horn, and I want you to tell me. And you only have about what? I'm not gonna put the timer on, but 1 minute to tell me the number one thing you hated most about Superman. I want you to tell me the number one thing that if it was that thing that you went, fuck, boy, it would have been a better number or a 0.5 higher if they would have done away with. And I'm going to start with Dan.
Oh, that's not fair.
I'll go.
Okay. Okay, Matt.
Go ahead, Matt. That's fine.
It was too James Gunn. It felt too much like Guardians. I'm like, I don't want to see that again. I want to see a movie, and I want it to stand on its own. And I think that, sure, I want it to feel like a James Gunn movie, but it shouldn't be so much that it takes away from the overall narrative. It would have been like an 8 for me if it would have done that. 8.5 maybe.
Okay. I'm going to go back to you, Dan.
Okay. And I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it yet, but I don't like the way Supergirl was. I understand. I love Supergirl, and I've read Woman of Tomorrow. Like, I love it, and I understand the whole Red Sun thing. But she didn't just teleport from her Red Sun planet to Earth. So the fact that she shows up and she's still drunk, and she's acting drunky, and then she says, "Thanks, bitch," to Clark. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I like that. Again, probably nitpicky, but I love Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I'm very excited for that. I don't know if I like that thing. I don't like the way they cameoed her. I love that she was cameoed. I don't like the way that they cameoed her there.
I feel like you understand something about that I don't, because that's like a little too nitpicky. You know what I mean? Like what are you saying when you say that she didn't teleport from the whatever to Earth?
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
I don't. I'm not a PC guy.
Oh no! But in the movie, like when she cameoed in the movie, like she was coming off like she was so like hungover.
Yeah.
In Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, she's celebrating her 21st birthday, and she goes to planets that have a red sun because it helps her feel the effects of alcohol better. Like a yellow sun can't do that. The thinking is, and they maybe did a nod to that book in making her kind of still hungover a little bit, but the reality is she's not going to get from where she was with the red sun to Earth. Those effects would have long worn off before she got to Earth. So she would have been completely about her faculties. And the way that they presented her, they're like, she's walking and stumbling, and she's like, "Where's my dog?" And then she's like, "Thanks, bitch." And she, I don't know if I like that as the cameo first introduction into the Gunn's DCU. I think she could have been. I loved it. So
do you think that it could have been like setting the stage and the tone for what we can expect from a Supergirl 100%. Movie?
Right. I think it's gonna
I hope so.
Completely different level.
I think Dan's take presumes that we know the effects of the type of alcohol she was drinking on Kryptonian metabolism, and like we don't know what she was drinking. We don't know if it's comparable to Earth alcohol, and
I'm only basing it on the Bill Keith Everly Tom King story.
Yeah.
And she doesn't walk around for pages.
Yeah, but how fast does she get to Earth as well? Like she can move at the speed of Flash. But I do agree with you. I'm not no argument there. I'm just kind of making a counter argument.
Okay, so let's.
Dan, to be honest though, wouldn't that set the stage for people that don't know who Supergirl is and what she's here for? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, there's a lot.
But that's what I mean. I don't want her to think she's some drunk. Like she's.
Oh, I don't think everyone saw her.
I think it makes her seems as a young woman who likes to party a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then that's probably going to pay a part into her storyline.
That's what I got. I don't know. I don't really know much. I don't really know much about Supergirl, to be quite honest. But I didn't take that. I didn't get that take, Dan. Like she's always going to be drunk and hungover and 21 and all that shit. I didn't get that.
Yeah, so
let's move on to DJ.
Young.
Let's go, DJ. What's the number one? And you're the lover of lovers. You almost gave it a 10.
I got nothing I don't like.
No, the extra credit scene was whack.
I stayed for one. Okay, hold on. I stayed for one. I stayed for the hug with the dog because I talked to Dan and he saw it before I did, and he's like, I go, "Do I have to stay?" I asked him, "Do I have to stay?" He said, "No, absolutely 100%. You don't have to stay. It's not relevant. It's stupid."
Yeah.
So I don't know what the second end credit was.
It was just Mr. Terrific and Superman trying to fix a crack with the building. And I was like, and I'm not gonna lie, the credit scene, it took a minute just to get to that scene. I was like, dude, I could have fucking beat traffic if I would have did this.
DJ, you get the speculation on that scene? Do you understand what the speculation is of that scene?
So yeah, if you want to.
No, please tell me, Dan.
Well, allegedly, it's the nod to Gunn looking at the cracks and fixing the cracks of Marvel with the new DCU when they're lining up the building and they're like, and they're looking at Mr. Terrific and Clark is like, you still got a crack there. And he's like, well, what do you want? I'm not perfect. And it's like Gunn sort of saying, we're not perfect here, but look what I've given you.
I don't
Dan,
know
is Dan, is that your rendition?
But my thing is,
No, there's actually an article about it. I'll forward you the article.
Because I think there were a lot of those moments throughout this movie, specifically the
Yes.
monkeys stand out the most.
Yeah.
but my thing is,
Okay.
don't
I don't
vote
even
them.
remember the monkeys. I thought
You know what I'm
the
saying?
monkeys
Like-
with the dog.
They were the ones that were making all the. They were the bots that were making all the online posts
the hate.
hired by Luther Corp.
Yeah, Superman. What was the hashtag?
Hashtag super ass or some
Shit,
like
super
that.
shit.
Super shit.
Super shit.
Super shit.
Okay, so that's DJ's. So let's go to J Rob. Mind you, you only have about a couple of seconds.
They're lucky that the movie
Everything.
wasn't bad. Super shit could have taken over.
I hate it
J Rob
all.
was one of the monkeys. This was super shit. I can say that because I'm black.
Dell would say it. Dell was
Dell would straight up say it. Right up.
I'm not
We're
gonna
gonna
lie,
get-
this was starting to smile though.
We're gonna get canceled. All right, come on. Let's go. We can't get canceled. We got 3 brothers right here. 3.5. Go ahead, J Rob.
We get canceled.
Whoa, who the fuck is the half?
Dan
Diage.
Me, my dad's
and Diage.
Okay.
You thought his name was Diage because he was born in France? Like, yo.
Are we done?
Oh my
Is this my
god.
time? All right. Mutant Toes.
Mutant Toes?
What?
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, you like mutant toes?
What's Mutant Toes?
No, he said that's the part of the movie he don't like. Mutant
No!
Toes.
What's Mutant Toes?
I really didn't get that reference. I mean, Dan, what is that? Dan, you seem like you're pretty big on the lore.
The woman who
Like-
brought down Lex Luthor.
I know who it is, but what is the relevance to the comics? You know what I'm saying? Is this like
There's
another
no relevance.
character?
It's no relevance. It's
J
made
Rob
up.
stay up screaming. None.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. Where was Mutant Toes? When was Mutant Toes used?
That
I
was
don't-
her. That was her name in his phone.
In his phone as. That's why he stopped
And
dating
that's
her.
what you hated the most about the movie. Out of all the
Oh,
rants,
I've got a
Swing
list.
low
I have a
period.
laundry
I
list.
think
in
he's saying
the
the
wade in the
character,
waters
not
that you
the-
went through.
the way
it was
she's in the
technically
phone.
mutant toes.
No, the whole character. My god.
See, this is why This is
My
why we
man
do.
said
But
Jeremiah was a bullfrog and then came up with mutant toes. Like, what are we doing?
Mutant Toes was whack. And then you got Metamorpho at the end. Sitting on what kind of P.
He
Diddy
said
message
one
he
thing
on?
though. He said
No,
one thing.
I ain't doing because y'all cut me off during my 5 minutes, doggone it. Sitting on that couch with his wife and little baby Joey. What kind? I'm telling you, she on some P. Diddy freak off stuff. What was she having Metamorpho, doggone metamorphosize or whatever the flip? That was ridiculous. The regular blonde lady who was his wife
Yes.
or his baby
Yeah.
mama or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Get the heck out of here. And then we got Elon
Yo,
doggone.
he said one
Luther.
thing, bro.
He's
Y'all cut
married
me off
to.
for my 5 minutes, doggone it. Let me doggone cook.
Wait, tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad.
Yeah, Elon doggone Luther. Ridiculous. I'm
J-Rob.
done.
J-Rob,
Okay.
my one take was the whole movie.
all right. Let's go with you, Ish. Go ahead, Ish.
Mine was a toss up. I hated Hell Jordan and Metamorpho.
Oh,
Okay.
you didn't like Metamorpho. I was a big fan of him, huh?
I thought the CGI was terrible. And Hell Jordan was just the worst thing ever about a Green Lantern to me. Like, period.
Can I ask a question?
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
He's supposed to be like that though.
Yeah, but it doesn't come off
He's
good
a-
on screen. It
he's a-
doesn't
he's
make
a
me
dick.
say, okay, I like you.
He's a
He's a
douche.
dick.
It's his
He's a
face.
douche.
That is him.
He's a big.
No, I mean the actor, the way he was built with like the front, what they call it, like a vagina, like the stomach, all of it. Like you don't
The
strike
fupa?
superhero, fupa, whatever. Yeah, none of it. I didn't. It was really bad. It was bad casting. Everything about it I didn't like.
Who had the fupa?
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
I didn't
Did he-
see that.
The suit didn't fit him. All right, go ahead, Sam. Go ahead, Sam.
The thing that I hated the most is that it didn't make me. The whole movie didn't make me feel like how a Superman movie I think should make you feel, like inspired and like
What up, man?
I had fun watching it, but like Matt said, as a standalone movie, I don't know if it holds the weight that I feel like a Superman movie should. And it could be because of all the extra characters. It could be because of, the gun aspect.
Six.
But it didn't feel like how other Superman movies usually make you feel.
What is that? What Sam, can you like expound upon that a little bit? What exactly do you expect to walk away with when you leave a Superman movie? Like, is it a sense of hope? Is it a sense of, joy? Like,
You remember that feeling you had when Superman 2 went off? And I don't even know if you remember that, man.
I don't even remember Superman 2.
Superman.
I mean,
2's
I
a
remember
shit.
watching it as a kid, and you just feel like you do feel that sense of hope.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't feel like I walked out of this, and it wasn't a downer like Man of Steel and like some of the other ones. I felt like brought you down.
Jesus Christ, J-Rob.
I'm just asking a question. Y'all ask me questions.
Well,
You didn't have that feeling.
Much to our chagrin.
He wants to Fidel.
I mean, Sam. So I mean, from my perspective, you didn't want to see Superman be human. That's what you're saying.
Oh,
That's
a good
like
point.
Superman
Good point, DJ.
as a human more than I wanted more of those moments. But half the movie was the Justice Gang, and I didn't want that. I wanted
you wanted more
of the
Superman.
moments of Superman actually being Superman. Like the fight scenes between him and the clone, forgettable. I'm not going to go back and, watch that and be like, oh, that was one of the best fight scenes ever. No, forgettable. Like, I thought him battling and, like, saving other people's lives in, the kaiju battle, that was memorable. Like, how do you capture that kind of spirit throughout the rest of the movie? The baby stuff, whatever. Like,
So when everybody goes around,
When
everybody goes around and says what they got to say, there's something that I want to say about this that is relevant that I think people are forgetting. But I want everyone to say their.
No, that's it.
This is everybody.
That's it. Go ahead, Ish.
So what people are forgetting, and this is something about Superman that historically has been the case, right? So Superman is very difficult to write. And this has been historically the case. It's the reason why they've retconned Superman's abilities multiple times throughout history, because he's really OP. And so it's hard to balance, it's hard to juggle between the fact that Superman is really OP and can kind of single-handedly beat everything. And then on the other hand, he's the most human out of all of us, which is another theme of Superman, that he's more human than humans actually are, right? So and so balancing that with the fact that he's always been he's been so historically hard to write that there are actually 3 DC versions of it. Remember, the first Superman wasn't really OP, right? He was faster than a speeding bullet, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. He was a different version of Superman, and then he became OP. And they made that Earth 2 Superman, and then they retconned that when they brought in Superboy and raised him up, not John Kent, but the original Superboy, because Superman had become so OP that nobody could really write him, right? Nobody could write this character. So I kind of want to remind people that there's this balance that they have to make with this movie, right? The goal is to remind us that Superman, in order to be writable and exist in a world where we can watch and digest it, we can't make him as OP as he has been in the comic books. And we also have to remind you that he's the most human of us, that he's going to struggle. So they had to put Superman, they couldn't show us him on the screen every waking minute. And if they did, and they showed him the way we perceive Superman, he just beats everything all the time single-handedly, right?
No, but I'm not saying I wanted that.
No, I'm not talking about you, Sam. I'm just speaking in general. You know what I mean? And so then because he has broken bones and all that. We have to show this weakness that he can be human. And they open up the movie with that. You know what I mean? That there is things that can hurt Superman, and this is something that is very important for the people who compare it to Man of Steel and what they got from Man of Steel. You have to keep in mind, we're going to get that. We're going to get that with Supergirl. Superman is the guy who holds back. Supergirl is the one who does not.
Yep.
Supergirl is the one who loses her temper and lets you have it. Superman is the guy who pulls his punches and doesn't want to hurt you. Supergirl is the one who, if you push her to a certain point, she will kill you. Yes.
The only and again, I want to be very clear. I tend to agree with some of the commentary on this podcast saying that they liked Man of Steel Superman, Cavill Superman better. Not that they're saying maybe the movie's better, but they like that Superman rendition better than this one. I looked at them both, and actually I think Caesar called me a day before I was going to go see the movie, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching Man of Steel, just watching it over again." And even having seen now both of these movies pretty recently, I still think, like, to me, I like a Superman that is like saving the guys on the oil derrick, like he's on fire, smashing the door, squeezing the door shut, getting him out of there. I don't know. I mean, and you still see him getting hurt in those movies, like he goes in the ocean, he's floating unconscious as he's clearly got hurt, or different situations.
Yeah. But then he also kills Luthor.
He kills Zod.
Excuse me, Zod. Yeah. Which is not a Superman trait.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I guess what I'm saying is, I think just that style of Superman, where, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is a selfish way of thinking. So I'm not like, I'm not against the Gunn movie, by the way, but I just don't want to see a Superman for the vast majority of a movie getting beat up a lot, like with Kryptonite and with another Superman, and with, I mean, I want to see him the underdog and overcoming obstacles, but I don't want to see the entirety of the movie. And I would say about 70% of the movie was Superman locked in a cage, Kryptonite, getting beat up, getting smashed up. It's okay that he gets hurt, but he's Superman. And you can get your point across that, like, his being human is his greatest power without having him completely getting obliterated for 70% of this movie. So that's my take. I mean, even in the Man of Steel, he wasn't getting beat up that bad. I mean, he was getting beat up, but it was just, he's still Superman. And we've got to keep that plot. He is still the top dog in the Justice League, the top dog in DCU. And
we got a version of Superman that we have seen in the comics, never on screen.
Yeah,
I didn't really think about it the way Matt did, but he makes a lot of sense where he's like, it's very Gunnish. It's a very Gunn movie. And I get it. Like, I can get how it kind of like, I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's not like it's a great thing either. I get what Matt is maybe saying. And Matt, I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but I understand.
So let me ask you a question, Dan.
Let me ask a question, because you're asking a lot of questions. All right. Everybody gave their take, right? My question is, who's not looking forward to a sequel? Who's not looking forward to seeing the next Superman movie?
I would be okay if they don't do it. I'm fine.
I mean,
let's
okay.
Let's move on. Let's move on to a different character, different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that how everybody feels? Or because I'm looking forward to see where this is going.
I'm looking forward to it.
I want to see where this is going.
I am.
And the reason why, and it speaks to what I was going to say to Dan, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and it's because people say that they didn't get anything different, but we did. Right?
Yeah, it was definitely different.
Where we got to see Superman, an example of Superman being vulnerable.
Anything different.
Contrary to what Dell is saying, a lot of people are saying, like J-Rob, for instance, that we've seen this before. And the thing is, and contrary to what Dell is saying, we do see that. If someone goes out of their way, the best way to write Superman, not the best way, but the only way to write Superman, because it's very difficult, like I was saying, where he's not OP, is to show that Superman can be beaten, to have Lobo show up and beat the crap out of Superman, right? To have Solomon Grundy break Superman. He does get his bones broken. He does bleed. He does Doomsday beat him to death.
Just kill him.
These things happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like they act. Wonder Woman in the Elseworlds tale broke his arm and beat him with it. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, Dan. Where she broke his arm and then beat him with his arm. Like these things can happen and have happened to Superman, especially when he's impacted by kryptonite. He's not invulnerable.
I'm trying to think. There's one storyline where Wonder Woman kills Superman. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
yeah.
If it's a 3
It was an Elseworlds tale. She
Yeah, I
beat
can't
him with
remember.
his own arm, ripped it off, beat him with it the whole nine. Like he's not invulnerable in under certain circumstances. He certainly needs the yellow sun.
You know
Yeah,
what the
he
funny
flew
thing.
halfway across the world to dog on the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, for
We
fuck's
lost your
sake.
audio, J-Rob.
Unbelievable.
Instead of
this
flying
guy.
there,
We lost your audio, bro.
You gotta stop buying your fucking
Stratosphere closer to the
microphones
sun.
from Radio Shack, fool. I'm just telling you.
Look here.
Damn.
I know
Walmart.
you can hear me. Negative.
Man, so this is the thing. So I hit my wife over the head and dragged her by her hair to go watch Superman with me. Right? She sat there. She enjoyed it.
It's very,
She
very
enjoyed it.
Caesar-ish.
She enjoyed it, but she goes. I go. So what do you think? She goes. I don't understand. Now, mind you, she's sort of the target audience. It's people who just going just because they're being dragged. Or
She goes, Caesar, do all these popcorn buckets have holes in
no,
the
that's
bottom?
no, that's funny. That's funny.
Ultra buttery.
That's funny.
That is inappropriate.
That's
Supposed to be popcorn, not
listen,
cream corn.
listen, you son of a bitch.
Wow.
All of you, listen up, you motherfuckers. All of you. All right.
I said it was inappropriate.
Listen, all of you mofos, you sons of bitches, and hear me out. So I dragged her, and she said, I don't like the fact that Superman, they made him too human. She goes, he got his ass kicked too much, and she goes, and it just there wasn't enough Superman to do Superman things.
Yep.
So she was waiting for Superman to do more Superman things, whatever she thinks Superman things are, whether it be beating people up, saving lives, doing the stuff, all that stuff. And I started thinking about it, I'm like, maybe I don't like my Superman too human. Maybe I like him a little bit more, still trying to figure out who he is. This guy, like, he got a crash course of being human. And
See, but what
maybe-
do we think being human is him getting his ass kicked? Because I think being human is seeing those moments of him
Conflict.
protecting life. Like,
But no.
doing
The
what
human
he
has
does,
nothing.
you know,
Getting your ass kicked. Getting your
Talking
ass
to
kicked
his
has nothing to do with
parents.
being human.
debating
No.
like with Lois, like those were the human moments to me, and we needed more
Agreed.
of those in this movie.
Agreed.
Like that's why I didn't feel like I did leave the theater feeling like, okay, this was great. Like I feel like
'Cause someone brought-
hopeful about the DCU. You know, it was a lighter movie. It wasn't like Thunderbolts, which was steeped in like espionage and like craziness, and but
That Lois Lane scene with that Lois Lane scene.
Well,
with
and
him-
Thunderbolts had a lot of mental health undertones as well, like a lot
Yeah,
of struggling
yeah,
with.
like-
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
mental
honest. That Lois Lane interview with Superman, dude, she legit set everything to the side and started asking questions that he didn't even think she was gonna ask him. And I
It was
loved
great.
that shit. I thought that shit
It was
was
great.
amazing.
Yeah, I really
You know,
appreciated that.
I will say, the more I've been thinking about it and watching you idiots babble on, I think I might be looking forward
For
to.
J-Rob.
So
I
I, don't
think-
think any of those moments
well-
display humanity. I think they're just because humanity can also be really terrible and piece of shit as well, right? And that's
mean, yeah.
that exemplary of humanity. So I don't
Yeah.
think, I do like that he screamed they were gonna kill people, right? That shows his capacity to care. I do like that he told the woman,
That's a human trait.
breathe, but so is fuck you, right? Like these are also equal. Like that doesn't make you more human to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
Like, so-
that's the human that they were showing. They weren't showing the asshole aspect of humans. That was all in Luther.
Yeah, but to me, that doesn't. Again, I'm speaking just from my opinion. For me, I don't think that demonstrates. It more demonstrates more humanity than say Lex Luthor shooting the guy in the head, right?
That's
and I-
inhumane, sir.
But that's not. We're still talking about humanity, not inhumane and humanity means they're two different meanings.
I know.
They're
That's
not-
what I'm telling you. I'm telling you
but
that
they're not.
shooting someone in the head is not
It's
a human
inhumane,
thing.
but it's
It's
still
inhumane.
Yeah, but when we talk about humanity, we're saying his capacity to be human because he is not. It is human to kill, as much as it is human to love and to care. So
I think that the movie is trying to tell you that it's not human to kill, that it's
Okay.
not natural to kill. I think you're looking at it from a pessimistic standpoint.
no. I'm just talking about my opinion. That's all I'm talking about. My
It-
opinion is
it's a
that
perspective.
it doesn't demonstrate that to me. That's all. It's my opinion. That those things don't demonstrate it any more than the negative aspects of humanity. The positive aspects and the ability, capacity to care don't demonstrate humanity to me any more than the negative aspects of humanity do. So anyway, the greater point that I'm getting to is when we talk about Superman getting his ass kicked, nobody whooped his ass in that movie aside from Superman. And the first time Superman did it in a super suit, right? We're talking about a Superman put on a super suit, pretty much essentially Iron Man's armor, and then whoop Superman out, actually twice, right? At the beginning of the
It's
movie.
technically like a Superman with Lex Luthor's brain, right?
Right. And a super suit.
Yeah.
A super suit. So
That's a
we're
good
not
point.
talking about like somebody just dropped by and, you know, he was just handily getting whooped out, you know, throughout the entire movie. James Gunn said, okay, to show you that this character can be humbled, not necessarily human, just humbled, I'm going to give you Superman and I'm going to put him in a super suit and I'm going to give him Lex Luthor's brain and then I'm going to pummel him twice.
Were you guys impressed by that reveal?
I was.
Were you
What
surprised
reveal?
by it? That it was actually
Oh.
a clone of Superman. The Ultraman.
Ultraman?
Superman.
So
Uh,
I posted on Facebook and I said there was a missed opportunity with that.
Why?
And what I meant by that was because me personally, they should have used Henry Cavill as him. I thought if they would have revealed that was Henry Cavill, the fucking theater would have went.
that would
Yeah, but that never could have happened that way because it was a clone from his DNA. It would have been
Yeah,
identical.
yeah,
to
that's
his-
kind of
that
weird.
is true. That is true.
You getting real multiversal.
That's what
I don't know
saying.
that that's necessarily has to be the case. That to be identical.
Exactly. He could have just had a DNA and just been a totally a concept of who he possibly.
I'm really glad they didn't do that though, because I feel that feels too multiverse, and that's something they can do when they do like a Infinite Crisis on Infinite Worlds or
it would have undermined the movie.
Yeah, I think it would have actually
Yeah.
overshadowed the
They have
Superman
That's
that they
someone
casted.
Someone else brought that up too. Is like you don't want to take over who's actually in that movie as Superman.
I think it
I-
would
I-
have too.
I tell you what, the other thing my wife hated was the A1 K7
Yep.
44.
Yeah, it was weird.
I was kind of like
1A.
yeah, and everyone in the capsule, right, was like, yeah, they're all getting pumped up. I'm like, I want everyone in the capsule to get fucking murdered. I was waiting. I you know,
Fucking
because
Heat
like
Ray everybody.
like the confident, you know, the confident dude that looks like J-Rob, right, without the beard. He's like, you know, pulling levers and all that stuff. And I hated it. I hated all that. Did you guys notice the delay when he would say A1? There was that delay, and then he reacted. They at least kept that Wi-Fi delay from speaking
Wi-Fi
to
delay.
acting.
His
You know,
Bluetooth.
They had
Wi-Fi
that.
6.
They had that Bluetooth
Can I
delay.
also throw out something too? I mean, Superman has super hearing. He can hear heartbeats. He can hear, and he can't hear Lex instructing the guy to go A1, 1A, 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 5. Like, you don't hear that?
And it was coming through the speaker in his chest, right?
I actually questioned that immediately.
I felt like those commands were coming through a speaker that was in his chest.
Well, this is the funny thing
Superman
is,
heard.
what kind of speaker is that fool wearing? Because Superman was punching the guy in the chest, and yet the speaker was perfectly fine. You know,
Yeah,
it was
I
like,
assumed at some point that speaker was gonna get ripped off when Superman realized that was what was happening.
So
But I
there's
guess-
there's
know
little,
that Superman would know what 1A means.
he wouldn't.
It's like a cheat
He
code,
wouldn't.
Yeah.
He would.
When he gets
don't
haymakers
know,
in
you
his
get
face,
1A to the face,
1A,
like
1A, 1A.
Yeah, but what about
We
K2?
don't connect
What
the
about
dots.
K2? And then M11.
Well, I mean, when he gets 1A, 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 and then K2 is a nut shot, he's probably going to start put it. I mean, he's Superman. He's going to start put it together.
Yeah, I
here.
feel like he
It's
might have
never
figured
been
it
a
out at
brain.
some point.
That
I
is
mean, how
true.
much of a brain do you got to be? That's like, I don't know.
Yeah. So if you hear what A, you duck,
Listen, everybody got a
motherfucker.
plan
I'm
till
just
you
like-
get punched in the face.
I mean, after like the
By-
fifth
by
1A,
Ultraman.
I want to know what the command was for him to take a leak. You know, L1, P2. I don't know. So
There's two things that I thought were interesting. One, I was trying
What's
to
up,
see,
Alex?
okay, what were the Easter eggs in the who were the prisoners? Like, were there some Easter egg?
oh
prisoners?
yeah.
And then the other thing that really intrigued me, and they only touched on it very quickly, was this dynamic that Lois and Superman kind of touched on it, and the council, when they were talking about it, the government talked about it, they touched on it. Superman was kind of hinted and made it clear that because I went and stopped this war, I didn't do it on behalf of America. This wasn't an American act. This was a Superman and a superhero act. And I thought that was something interesting to explore, right? Because the world looked at America as the culprit for Superman's actions. And I thought they could have really explored that more, and they didn't, which, I thought was interesting that they even touched on it. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't an American act. This was a Superman act. I did this because they were killing people.
What did you guys think of the little boy and the flag?
Bull.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I like those little details.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Ooh.
When he's whispering, Superman, 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 Superman.
I didn't hate it. It didn't bother me.
And then you get douchebag. Then you get douchebag guy come in, and with the one liner.
I thought it was gratuitous in order to make it
right in your face.
I thought it was here. We're gonna do
like
this
on the nose type shit.
Cool.
On
you mean
the
like
nose,
like it was on the nose?
Gonna happen.
That's not. I don't think that's true though, because I mean, like, I thought Superman would have made it in time, and it was actually the Justice Gang that showed up, and you know what I mean. So we really didn't know what was going to happen, because I really was kind of like at a point, like, damn. I mean, I don't think he can make it there in time.
I thought it was funny when he saw it wasn't Superman.
Yeah, you get a bow-haired douche, show up, and they're like, who's this guy? So what do you guys think of when he's having some hot cocoa while the Justice Gang is doing their?
It's very James Gunn like
in the background, right? That is, now you're right. That is very James Gunn. A lot of shit. Sorry, hold on, DJ. Where a lot of shit's going on, and they're in the moment, right there. They're in the moment. In the background, there's bodies flying, all that stuff, like a James Gunn. Right?
Very James Gunn.
And it's very very intimate. Go ahead, DJ.
That was a homage to first appearance of the Justice League, though, was it not?
So who? The first appearance of the Justice League?
Yeah, it wasn't Raven.
No, that wasn't.
No, that was not Starro. That was not Starro.
Really? I thought that was Starro.
No, Starro came out in Suicide.
Yeah, Starro was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Suicide Squad too.
Who was it? That was Starro.
His movie.
I know, but no, that was not Starro. That was not Starro.
Wait a minute. I thought James Gunn did do Suicide Squad.
I mean, that ain't in this DCU. That's not canon.
Starro.
To the DCU.
Wait. Are you really?
Yeah.
So that was homage to Brandon.
No, that was not Starro.
That's not Starro.
That was a dimensional imp. They said.
First of all, hold on. Everyone, just 1 second. Give me 1 second to look at J Rob and say, J Rob, do you think are you typing for us? Or are you typing for the group? Thinking you're.
No, I typed to you all. I know it's
okay.
Not
all right. Okay. Just making sure, because you're like a typing fool. You're the only one who uses that private chat. I forgot it even existed.
It's private.
Can I ask the question?
Hold
Hold
on,
on.
bro. We don't talk about Fight Club.
What'd you say?
I got a question. So if that movie is not canon, then why was Peacemaker in it?
So he explained all of this. Canon starts at Creature Commandos. Everything the Peacemaker season 2 is canon. Season 1 is not, because it had the original Justice League in it. So Peacemaker season 1 isn't canon. Everything. So his canon starts at Creature Commandos.
That's really weird.
He broke
for me.
it down. Yeah, he broke it down. Starts
Okay.
at Creature Commandos.
Did he do this in an interview or something like that?
Yeah, it broke.
Okay.
He broke it down. He told us what was canon. He actually said Creature Commandos is canon. If you see it in Creature Commandos going forward, it's canon. So Peacemaker season 2 will be canon. Season 1 is not canon to his universe, because the original Justice League is in there in season 1. They silhouetted the whole nine, and none of that is canon.
When you say the original Justice League, you're talking about the Snyderverse Justice League?
Yeah, the Snyderverse Justice League.
They came on the very last episode. Well, silhouettes of them, I think.
It's a really weird way to start a canon.
Yep.
By cartoon?
No, to start it in the middle of a series on the second season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the same character from the first season. It's really weird. But whatever. James Gunn do what he wants. Clearly.
So
you doing it. That's what he said. That's what he's told us.
I think like I said, I'm sorry, Caesar. I think, like I said before, as far as the sandbox that DC offers James Gunn, I think it fits him better than the Marvel sandbox anyway, right? Imagine a James Gunn Plastic Man. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of feel like
That'd be
James
great.
Gunn, this is his bag more so than Marvel IP. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
He has keys to the kingdom. Dunn can do anything now.
Yeah, he
that
can, but
wants.
I think that this actually complements his style of filmmaking
His
and
sense.
storytelling.
So you can see a Plastic Man as a cameo in one of any of the.
I can
next
see
one coming
James
out.
Gunn
Sure.
doing a Plastic Man movie and it being a hit.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I think we have to be careful. I think Gunn needs to be careful. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Like he was able to learn from Marvel and their path, because you really got to be careful when you start going on all these fringe characters, because
He might be
it's
jumping
not
the
going to
gun.
gravitate.
no pun intended.
Not good fun.
No pun intended.
Well played, Ish. Well played. Hey,
But
before-
it is true what Dan's saying, right? You better watch out, because if he does do the Authority, and people are like, "Who the fuck is the Authority?" Right?
Yeah.
But once again, we've had this discussion multiple
Who
times.
the fuck is Guardians of the Galaxy?
Who the fuck is Guardians of the
about to say
Galaxy?
that.
And
Nobody
look what
said
he
that.
just did. Exactly.
That's crazy because
Exactly.
I actually knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were when they came out. When that movie, I'm
me
like,
too,
oh shit,
but-
they're doing that. Well, I mean, I'm just not a big comic book guy. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like that deep into it to have known that fringe character. So it's like this weird space between casual and not casual or whatever.
Like,
Enthusiast.
So-
who
I
the
guess.
fuck is Peacemaker?
Yeah,
Type
facts.
it again,
Facts.
Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So it is. Sometimes it works, and other times, let's be quite honest. To strip it down, it's going to make money regardless. Now, I don't know what the box.
Did it?
I don't. What?
It's
Is
not
Superman doing
It's
well?
already above 450 million from box office.
So Superman is a smash.
It's cracking.
All right.
Fuck
Here we
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Here we
Depends
go.
on the
Question of
budget.
the night. Question of the night. Who's going to make more money? FF or what Superman did in their opening?
FF.
Fantastic. Four.
Jurassic
No,
Park.
no.
I mean, Marvel is.
Yeah.
It definitely ain't Jurassic Park.
I
Marvel
think
is.
Superman's gonna be a better movie. At the
I'm
end of the day.
No. I'm not saying better movie. I'm talking box office opening weekend.
I'm gonna just throw this out there.
Superman.
Already, the premiere
FF.
has gotten an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Take
For
that
what?
for
What
what you take that for what you
what
will.
premiere?
Which one?
FF.
Fantastic Four.
Yep.
What did Superman get?
I don't know. Let's see.
We'll come
Let's
up.
find
I
out.
think out of the gate it was like
Are we talking about
85%
critics,
Rotten
or are we
Tomatoes.
talking about actual
Superman was
reviews?
mixed
Or
in terms of
audiences.
reviews. I thought.
Audience? Okay.
So let's
I'll
not
tell
be
you
fooled.
right now.
Let's not.
Fantastic Four is sitting.
That's-
The audience score isn't out for Fantastic Four because it hasn't released. The critic
Right.
score is at an 87 for Fantastic Four. The critic score for Superman is at an 83. The audience score for Superman is at a 92%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think-
I'm gonna go out on a
I
limb and I'm gonna
think-
tell you that overall, Superman is gonna be a better movie as far as box office.
Superman's a more popular character than the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
But
anyway.
but hold on, Ish, you're saying money. We're talking money here.
I just
Yeah.
said box office.
yeah,
Well,
exactly. Yeah.
okay.
I just said box office. Box
Well,
office.
you know, the
Let's-
interesting thing is
real
Superman-
quick, Dan, and the reason why is one,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
and Matt hit it on the head. One, Superman's more recognizable. So people who don't even care about a comic movie at all in that niche market are going to go up and they're going to take their kids. And Crypto, the dog, is a huge marketing thing. It's more marketable than Herbie, first of all.
Big facts.
It's a huge
Agreed.
marketing thing. It's going to get people in the seats.
Yeah,
Fantastic
I think-
Four is suffering from the fact that Marvel fans aren't showing up to Marvel movies anymore. And I don't
Yep.
see why Fantastic
It's really
Four
going to be.
is
It's
going
going
to
to be.
make
It's
them
going to be a
do
tale
it.
I
of
think
two
this.
cities,
I think
Ish.
this is the
It-
difference
real,
maker.
real quick, it's going to be a tale of two cities here, because I think domestically Superman would do better because Superman is iconically a very perceived American Kansas character, but internationally it didn't do as great. Superman, I think Fantastic Four internationally will do better than it will do domestically against Superman.
I think Superman's gonna
That's-
do
that's
better.
my-
Marvel. I think Marvel
Negative.
fans are scared of Marvel movies right now. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I think
and
they're
they should be.
gun shy of Marvel movies. They just
All right.
have not been producing the way they've been producing, and I think they're scared. I'm gonna be honest.
All right, so hold on. Let's see what Kimbo Slice says. What are you thinking, J. Rob?
That's the same narrative James Gunn was trying to push. Oh, it's not doing well overseas because of anti-American. Man, get out of here. Either you made a good movie or you did not make a good movie. I had a conversation earlier. 2 most recognizable IPs on this earth when it comes to doggone animated characters. Who are they?
Superman and Mickey Mouse.
And again, nothing is
close seconds.
Nothing. Stop it. It's because it's anti-American. No, you made garbage. Period. Accept it. You keep giving us.
Wait.
He
didn't make garbage.
You saying that James Gunn Superman was garbage?
Trash. That movie
You said
wasn't
6 to 6.5, and now you're saying trash. Like, show some
because I
consistency.
have to also. I look
J-Rob,
at it
you try to be provocative, but it's at the expense of credibility. I would just be careful. Like, it's not a trash movie.
In your opinion,
wow,
I'm giving my opinion.
In 450 million,
damn.
450 million when you just
Dan was like enough. Dan was like, I've had enough.
No, hold on.
No, I'm not trying to be a jerk.
I understand.
Almost 500 million at the box office ticket sales alone.
Raw numbers is not an accurate measure. Hold on, Dan. What do they consider? What is considered a success for a movie when it comes to profit?
Money.
Sales.
Now hold on. I understand money. There is a
and who gives money? People.
No. Stop. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. There is a specific formula that when they considered it a smash, it is 2.5% of what we spent. They spent $350 million on this movie. You're at 450.
Million, and
You're nowhere near.
Yet.
You are nowhere near.
This is just ticket sales, J-Rob. They haven't even done toys.
We're going. We can't go off of ifs and doggone this might happen.
Bro, it's been out a week, man. What are you saying?
J-Rob, name another movie that's had $500 million in a week.
It's been a week. What are you saying?
In a week.
It's been 3 weeks.
It's been a week.
It's been
this nigga
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I'm done.
Superman is on his 3rd week.
No, it's not.
It came out July 11th.
It came out last Thursday, yeah. Last Wednesday.
Last week.
It don't matter. Like I said,
hit this shit on the nose.
Hey, Dan, your new name another movie that has made $500 million in a week.
And you spent $500 million to make it. It's not about the raw numbers.
Jason,
you have to know that's just how it is. It's easy when people say numbers don't lie.
The metrics say it's well on its way to being $1 billion movie.
J-Rob, Warner Brothers is owned by AT&T, one of the most greedy companies and
whatever
most
story
revenue,
you want them to
bottom line driven companies out there. And after Superman dropped, they're making Gunn fast track a Wonder Woman movie. They're like, wow, this was a hit. Let's keep going. Now, I'm only saying that because
and that was years ago. Think about how long ago Endgame.
Yeah, if it bombed, nobody would be pushing for additional movies from Gunn.
That is right, Rob.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta agree with Bullseye here, man.
It was not. It was. He took a dog. It looks literally like he took a doggone template, stuffed a bunch of stuff in there.
I think you're confusing your personal opinion,
and that's what he gave us. And but that's part of the problem.
The fact is that the movie's doing
settle for mediocrity.
Hey, Andrew.
Instead of doggone judging it on its actual merits, it wasn't that good. But again, I also preface by saying I understand why there's going to be a lot of people who are like, on face value, like, oh, this is good. But then when you start peeling the doggone layers of that onion back, you're like, that was not that good.
Yeah, but in the moment when you're enjoying a movie,
in the moment I was not enjoying it.
Yo, Caesar, if he don't disappear off this motherfucker.
Yo, when are you gonna drop some people to the bottom?
Because let me tell you why. Hold on. Let me tell you why. Hold on. Let me tell you why, J-Rob, I've let him talk. Because it's the first time his shit mic is that cutting off, so I'm just kind of curious. All right, hold on.
Listen, I'm not trying to tell you, J-Rob. I mean, you have the right to enjoy the movies you like. I mean, you have the right to enjoy the movies you like. I'm just simply saying the numbers don't lie.
The fact is that it's a success so far.
Yeah,
it's been successful. It's a good movie. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it.
Box office. What I'm talking about to make it seem. That movie was not that good.
J-Rob.
Period.
J-Rob, bro. Stop.
No. I've said
hold
what I had to say.
Hold on, J-Rob, hold on. You said your piece. Let me just say mine, and it's not even my piece. Let me just give you some insight and some information here. I just Googled, is the Superman movie a hit? The answer is yes. The new Superman movie is a box office hit. It is
But you can't use Google
Can I
as a
finish,
reference.
please? Could I please finish? Could I please finish? It has grossed over 400 million worldwide with a strong opening weekend in the US. The film has also performed well in subsequent weeks, exceeding expectations and demonstrating strong staying power. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Global success. The movie has surpassed 400 million in global box office revenue. Strong opening weekend. So this has nothing to do with your opinion, J-Rob. It debuted, hold on. It debuted with a strong opening weekend in the US, earning 125 million. Impressive domestic performance. The film has achieved over 335 million in domestic US ticket sales. Positive reception. Forget that. Forget that. Warner Brothers success. The film's success has helped Warner Brothers achieve a strong year at the box office, marking a turnaround for the studio. It is outperforming expectations, their expectations. The movie has exceeded initial predictions and is expected to continue performing well in theaters. Not J-Rob's opinion. It is outperforming Warner Brothers' expectations, bro.
I mean, those
own
expectations are probably
their
really,
bar
really
for
low,
what a
though.
success is.
My
Do you
question.
do you really think they were low? Did they
Probably.
didn't have high expectations for Gunn?
Because they have no clue what they're doing. So
Didn't Gunn get 10 million for this
their
movie?
expectations be?
He got 5 million,
Matt.
right?
15 million.
He got how much?
No,
15 million. Yo, you think they
15.
had low expectations and they brought him in and gave him 15 million off of this budget?
I think they have
Man,
no
you gotta-
clue what to expect.
You gotta think where DC has been to where it is now, bro. I'm gonna be honest, they're rolling dice, son. I'm being
Sam,
real.
I could tell you
Yeah?
that they expected not to lose money.
Yeah.
And by the way, you can't
You know
look
what I
at
mean?
out of the
Yeah,
gate. You can't
but
look
I'm
out
sure
of the gate metrics.
I'm
because
sure everyone
Gunn
at Warner
got
Brothers was
15
like,
million.
oh,
Yeah, exactly.
But Sam,
we hope it's gonna be
can't-
great.
Sam,
Oh my god.
Yeah, but just like with the box office, you can't. And this is back to J-Rob. You can't just look at that number and be like, well, that's it, because
Where's J-Rob?
Gunn got 15 million. Holt got 2 million. Brosnahan and Cornuswet got I think 750,000.
Yeah.
But that's not all their deal. Their deal is going to be tied into all the royalties and all these other things that are going to come. Same thing with the revenue from this movie. You're only looking at maybe 2 weeks of sales.
And Peter, we're
I-
not judging about good or bad or money made. We're responding to J-Rob, who said that the movie was trash.
Well, he can have
And
his
that-
opinion. I mean, he can like what he
But based
likes.
upon
That's fine.
metrics, not based upon his
But
opinion.
let me ask this question. I've been wanting to ask this question for J Rob, and I don't remember if you gave this answer or not. J Rob, in your opinion, what is a very strong superhero movie? In your opinion, which is the one you're like, oh, I love this movie? What is it?
Love is a strong word, sir. And it would have brought my butt home last night.
Wow, that was good.
What's going on right now?
Yo, DJ.
That nigga said, "Mama, I ain't never come home again. I ain't never come home
I think somebody
again."
needs a hug.
What was?
I think somebody
Yo,
needs
what
a
movie
hug
was that,
here.
J-Rob? Where he called his wife, "Mama, I ain't never come home again."
Oh man,
Lord,
see,
really, did none of you
Oh
get
yeah,
that?
when he slept with old girl,
Come on.
he's like, "Mama,
Come
I ain't
on.
never come home again."
Get the
come
fuck
on,
out.
J Rob, I want to know what you consider a really good super movie. I'm just,
No,
I want to see the litmus test. I want to kind of see where you're.
Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, Infinity Wars was
Not with an S.
good. Not Endgame. Endgame only had minutes, but
Not
I've
the
been
biggest.
mind blowing.
Not the biggest superhero movie of all time. Not good.
What movie?
I mean, I wasn't an Endgame fan.
I wasn't either.
I mean, I know you're not an Endgame fan, but you don't argue that Endgame wasn't successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, James.
I never
agree-
said
disagree
it
with
wasn't
you, pal.
successful. Who said that?
Sorry, James.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't say
no.
you said it wasn't successful. You're just saying it wasn't good.
James, numbers do matter.
Yeah.
I
Numbers
didn't say
matter.
that either.
We can
Money
think something
matters.
is good, but if the numbers aren't there,
You're
we're never
asking
going
a
to see it
specific
again.
question.
We ain't going
What
to get
do
a
I
sequel.
was a good
numbers
movie?
matter.
And I gave him 3 that I thought.
Yeah, and you said
these
not
were good
Endgame.
movies.
Well, he thinks Endgame's not a good movie.
Yeah, Rob.
I think there's a difference between saying something is good or bad and you like something or you
It
don't.
wasn't. There was
That's not-
20
that's
good
not
minutes in
synonymous.
that
Yeah,
movie.
we're not arguing your opinion, J. Rob. Dan
I'm
made a
not
very
asking
good
you-
point
I'm not
about
saying
your
you are. I
credibility
ain't
because you
answering
said the
Caesar's
movie was
question.
trash based
Caesar.
upon metrics. You
Caesar.
actually use metrics.
No,
to
I
say
said,
the
in
movie
my
was trash.
opinion, the movie was trash.
Yeah, but you use metrics. You argued metrics. To say
No,
it was
because
trash.
because Dan threw out it made $450 million. Making $450 million, just giving that raw number, is not an accurate assessment of whether this movie is good.
But
That's
there
not-
are
that's
trash.
not-
It's not an
I
assessment
agree
to
with
say
you.
it's
Absolutely what it
trash.
That
is.
like
I made
made a lot of
dollars, but I
money
spent
and they
$4. I
were
agree
not
with you.
good.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it makes it trash. Making a movie making a lot of money is not. It doesn't make it trash.
Endgame made a lot of money. Endgame was only good for 20 minutes. Of that movie was good because it had 20 good minutes.
That's your
The
opinion.
rest of that movie was a snooze.
You can't
fest.
say we. You have to say me.
No, I say I'm making a blanket statement for the general public of all the people out there who say this was the
General
greatest
public gave it a
movie. It
92%.
was not. I don't care what the general public say. I'm
But you
giving
just
my-
said you was making a
Yeah,
statement.
that
You just
doesn't matter,
said you're
Matt.
making
Matt,
a
that
statement
doesn't
on their
matter.
behalf.
I'm making
It's
it
better-
on behalf
better
of me. I'm going off he's saying the total.
I love when his
Oh.
mic isn't working.
It's
Yeah.
great.
See the hands.
Yeah,
The best.
he's like a black Italian. He's like a
was
black
good, and
Italian.
it was- Period. 20 minutes I had to sit through to get to this 20 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
not
but you
going to
gave it a
ignore
6
that.
to 6.5.
I'm not talking about that movie. I'm saying Endgame
Oh.
right now.
Which
Oh,
isn't
okay.
trash. Trash level is below a 6.
Trash.
No, no,
Do you know
he's
what
not
trash?
talking about Endgame.
No,
Well, he
Hold
said-
on,
yeah,
hold on.
He didn't say Endgame was a
But
six.
but
I
but
did
this
not.
is the thing. When I hear trash movie,
I would.
I think of Madam Web. I think of Madam Web. I think of Catwoman. That to me is trash movie. Just trash. Green Lantern, trash. Let's be honest.
Wolverine
Secret
Origins.
Invasion, not a movie, but still.
Superman is not in
You
that
know,
conversation.
Superman is. I would never say the Superman. The
Was
one we just
Superman
recently
Returns
saw.
in that category?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Trash.
yes. Superman 2 was trash.
Superman,
No,
2
Superman
is not
Returns.
Superman
No,
4.
Returns, that's the
No, Returns. Returns is trash. Superman 4 is trash. The one fucking Richard Pryor is trash. All of them are fucking trash. All right?
Richard
It just
Pryor.
is.
Well, Richard
Yeah,
Pryor
Richard
was
Pryor.
funny. It was funny, though. But it's trash.
Don't you dare
There's
talk
a
about
Richard
Pryor
Pryor
when
Superman?
he ain't here to defend himself.
Hold on. Matt's eye is just
Pryor's
about to
not
explode.
here.
Superman
Richard
3.
Pryor
Richard
came on
Pryor.
Superman 3 with Richard Pryor.
I mean, Richard Pryor isn't trash, but that movie was
But
trash.
that movie was trash.
trash.
Richard Pryor was Superman?
No.
No, he was in Superman.
Oh.
No, I quit.
Man.
I quit.
Where did
I
you
was
get
like,
this guy?
Now, if he was Superman, the movie might have been better.
I'm
We
thinking
like
y'all
we
talking
bad.
about.
We bad.
Excellent point, Sam. Bring him back.
He's
doesn't
out.
know.
Look
No,
at
no. Give him
No.
5 more
Hold on.
seconds and then bring him back.
Hold on.
He got booted before J-Rob
Hold on.
got booted.
I'm looking at Matt. Matt's losing
He
his.
said
He
it.
doesn't
Look at-
follow it.
Matt's losing his mind because I know what he's saying. I didn't even hear him, but he's going, "You're taking me off and you let J-Rob stay on?" That's fun.
Matt's
That's-
timeout wasn't
that's
nearly as long as J-Rob. It's just the way he said it. He's like, Richard Pryor was Superman? That was...
I was doing a campaign, so that movie would have been exponentially better if Richard Pryor was Superman in that movie.
That is on the
In
level
America?
of
Never.
your boy's comment about giant size X-Men. That is on
I
that
don't know what you're talking
level.
about. I don't know what you're
Steve,
talking about. What did he say? I don't even remember.
about giant size X-Men.
What did he say about giant size? Oh, he thought they were giant size. You're right. You're right. Well, this is the thing y'all kept saying, Richard Pryor Superman, and I'm like, what? What are y'all talking about? Like, I
was
have
in
not
You know
seen
what?
a Superman movie.
You know, it's
I'm
kind of
thinking
funny.
it's
I
like a
started.
skit or something like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
no.
movie.
He was the comedy in the show. I started watching the Hellboy. I started watching the Hellboy, the new one, then I had to stop it because it ran out of time. But before we leave, I did want to tell everybody what I did enjoy. Yes, this past couple weekend, I watched some shitty ass movies and a shitty ass show because I was alone. So I did watch the Marvels. That was trash. I did watch Venom: The Last Dance. That was trash. Riri was trash. I watched a lot of trash. But let me tell you what I did like.
Yo,
what I did
Dal,
enjoy.
Put him at the bottom, Dal. I know you out there somewhere.
Not gonna happen.
Put
Let me
down
tell
your
you what.
quesadilla and put my
Let
man
me
at the
tell you
bottom.
what. Let me tell you what I did enjoy. I did enjoy the Predator Killer of Killers. That I enjoyed. I must
Caesar,
admit.
you can't start bringing these up at the tail end of this.
Hey,
and not
Caesar.
have another
I
discussion.
Caesar,
know,
did you
I
love
know.
Mephisto in Riri? Was that your favorite part
Uh-oh,
of
you
Riri?
about to make me. He tried to ignite the ish flame over here.
Let me tell you what I hate about Riri. Let me tell you what I hated
No,
about
no.
Riri.
But what did you love about Riri?
Hold on. I didn't like anything about Riri.
You didn't
Her
like
character's
Mephisto?
her character was unlikable. She made the most
But did you
stupid
like? But did you like
deal
Mephisto?
with Mephisto. Oh, we
Did
knew
you like
Sasha
Mephisto?
Baron. We knew Sasha Baron Cohen was going to be in
But
Mephisto
was that the
from
best
beginning.
part of the series for you? Everybody
Now
knew.
that
You did not know who knew.
now that was a little surprising. Of all the movies, it comes out in fucking Ironheart. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was all over the internet.
Dan, you knew he was going to be in Ironheart before the series started.
100%. It's been all over the net for like
It's all over
over a
the
year
net.
now.
But Caesar, you said that yeah, was the Mephisto reveal the best part of Riri? I just need to know.
No, because
good.
when you saw him,
All right,
you
okay.
saw him. You're like, oh, there's
Okay.
Mephisto.
Okay.
I wasn't like, who's this mysterious man?
You back.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Let me tell you what bugged me is that, and Ish agreed with me. I mean, granted, he liked Ironheart more than I did, but Ish at least agreed because he's the voice of reason and the voice of the brothers, right? Because we're all brothers. Well, more than your voice, mofo.
I just feel like
I put
backwards through a cornfield naked.
I don't think
So
I've
let me
ever heard
tell you.
anyone say that Ish is the voice of reason.
No, I didn't say reason. I said brothers. not reason.
Okay.
That's taking it too far.
That's worse.
Okay,
bro.
so that's so. Let me tell you the thing. Riri is spoiled. She was spoiled. I hated everything that she was not a lovable character.
I wish
you
I was
didn't watch
recording
it.
this.
You know what? I gotta tell you, I liked her more in Wakanda than I did in this fucking series.
So
Okay.
I gotta tell you, and it's interesting, right? Because, and I said this before, and I've said it publicly, and I've said it on my own platform as well. I don't have a problem that Riri was the most unlikable character in what I think was a brilliant show. I feel that way about many of Game of Thrones characters. There are many of them I just don't like, and I thought the show was pretty brilliant. And I didn't like most of the characters. They were all looking out for their own interests in most cases. I don't like any of the Walking Dead characters. None. There isn't one that I particularly care for, but I thought the show was pretty great as a whole.
Not even the point of that story is to have all the characters like that. She was not supposed to be likable.
Well, she wasn't. Mission accomplished.
But does that take away from the overall show? You know, a lot of people compare it. Interesting. A lot of people compared it to, like, you know, you got a lot of people who said, "Well, I'm not gonna even watch it because no one was asking for Ironheart." And who asked for Iron Man?
Save it for the pod.
Who asked for Iron Man?
Hey, can I before we? I know we get ready to close out.
Yeah,
Caesar, can you do me a favor? Can you zoom in on Sam's set? Can you blow his setup right quick? I just want to see his.
Yeah, he's
his
got
setup
that set up. We always say
Yo,
that.
something new. Not yours.
you.
now I'm getting there, fool.
Yo, Sam, what's up, bro? You got the glow up going on here. I don't know how long it's been since I seen you on stream, but this look like a whole new setup. Like, you YouTubing now?
Oh, this is just. I think I'm in a different spot than the last time we were.
So this isn't like a set for you?
No, this is.
Sam
my
told
everyday.
me that's the setup.
Is this a new
Sam told me that's his
camera?
core setup.
No, same camera.
No? Same camera?
I need
Yo,
to
this
upgrade
is-
the camera.
Yo, I really don't think you do, man. I think you have something that's really working
This is
right now.
built-in iMac.
Yo, I don't. What year iMac?
What's
2
this
years
fucking
ago?
tech talk? What's going on here?
I just want to compliment that you have a really good set right now. That's a really
I
cool set.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I think you should start YouTubing with that set.
Mm.
All right, Brady Bunch kids, listen up. We're going way over what we normally did. And the funny thing is, we did as I thought exactly what we're going to do. All Superman, for the most part, was a talk. Now, let me tell you about, let's highlight the lows and the highs and the lows. The high is that we each had our piece and we each had our 5 minute to talk about the pros and the cons. The low part of the show was J-Rob. So that tells you something. Okay.
I knew it was gonna be.
Am I that predictable? Is that my predictable, Sam? That was the
but-
low
but
point.
I was anticipating it.
That was Sam, you're fantastic.
Wait, hold on.
True.
Is Sam saying that he was anticipating that J Rob was going to be the low point of the show, or that,
Out of
that
Caesar's
Caesar was going to
mouth?
say it?
No, that Caesar was
Okay,
going to
okay,
say
that Caesar was
that.
going to say that. Okay.
I
in
am
here with amazing grace.
I don't know. J-Rob's had
And-
some bad
and-
takes
and-
with his comic book sharing lately. He doesn't share shit.
oh my god, unfucking believable.
I know
Why
you're
do
not
you-
talking.
Yo, it's like
You
a
know-
bad kung fu movie.
I swear, J-Rob,
Wow.
wrong.
Go up.
This cat's pajamas.
J-Rob,
You don't tell J-Rob you can't hear him. You just let him keep going.
It's great.
Yo, J-Rob, Matt loves that the kung fu movies we watched growing up here. It was called Cat's Pajamas, like the
That
block
is
of
the
kung fu. Like he didn't
funniest
know.
shit
Like
ever.
when you watch kung fu here, the block on TV here in Western New York was called Cat's Pajamas.
I just
said-
like the
You
fact
said in
that
Western Europe.
Western New
J-
York.
bro.
Oh, Western New York. Okay.
J-Rob has a
J-Rob.
J-Rob has a kung fu mic. He's the only
does.
one in the whole group that has a kung fu mic. Does
Negative.
that shit come? No, it's
He's
not
like,
negative. my friend.
Caesar,
It's a Kmart mic, not a kung fu mic.
we fought yesterday.
All right.
Y'all ever seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
kung
my
fu
God.
hustle. That's J-Rob's mic.
You know which movie I thought was trash? Superman.
A little true. I'm like sinners, and y'all are the hated folks out
Yo, and
there.
then he just
What's I'm saying? When his mic went off, he was like a black Italian. All you see was just his hands going up and his fucking mouth was
black
moving around.
Italian.
All right,
They called
all
them
right, guys.
Italians.
So here we go, man. So this is about the time of the show. We're gonna go around and give everybody at least their due to say what's up, where we find you, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna go with DJ first because DJ, I know you're out there somewhere doing some crazy, stupid stuff on Facebook. What do you got?
What's up,
Where can we
man?
find
DJ
you?
Mallet. You can find me on Facebook, Biagé Mallet, or my Instagram, Comics Beyond This. I do mostly just share stuff on Instagram, my comic books. I do like to chat it up, talk comics, movies, games, anything. But I appreciate you guys having me on the show, and hopefully I can be in some future ones with you guys for sure.
Not after this one. All right. So
That's
then let's see. Let's go with J Rob. Please, J Rob.
What
Talk
up?
Hopefully
slowly.
it might works.
Talk slowly.
Oh shit!
Oh, you're doing that on purpose, right?
Calm it down.
Oh, motherfucker.
Hey, you can find me here. Moon.
Unbelievable. Wow. Even
His lips
okay.
weren't
You know
even
what?
moving, and I heard the
His
word.
lips weren't even moving. He's like a ventriloquist in the back. Scarface.
Thanks for
All
having
right.
me. Tonight was fun. Always appreciate being on the menu. You can find me at Comic Sam Collects on Instagram. Go to comicsam.com. We bring you to my eBay because we just launched Shredder #1 exclusive variant by Jay Gonzo. It comes out August 27th. So that's when we'll be shipping them out to everyone. It's absolutely awesome. So check it out. Also this week on Whatnot, Ish will be running these too, but we've got Fantastic Four mystery packs. That should be interesting to coincide with the movie release. I'll be dropping some nice keys there. And then Dan, I'm sure you'll talk about what we've got coming up too, most
Yeah.
likely. So I'll leave
Right.
that to you. But lots of stuff going on. I appreciate you giving me the chance to talk about it here.
Anytime, my man. And then we got let's go with my man Matt. What up?
Yo, Ish, are we live with this? We're live with this, right?
Yes, we're live.
No, Ish.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so first of all, thanks for having me on here. You guys can catch me on YouTube under Revenge of the Nerd. I have a channel there, but I also just launched a new project with Ish, my man. It's Better Word Than Blurred. It's a podcast, and we have lots of content that we've been pushing out with that. From a Black nerd perspective. So if you're looking for any more content like that, you can catch us there. We're on YouTube at Better Word Than Blurred.
All right. Then we got Dan.
Yeah, everybody. Again, I just so much appreciate the chat and the conversation on this podcast. Caesar, always thanks for having me, and you guys, I love chatting with you all. Find me on Instagram, please. Tree City Comics every Wednesday. I read every week, and every Wednesday I post about my new comic books that I'm reading. Some of them, spoiler alert, don't read it if you're going to read them yourself first. But if you don't care about a spoiler, please feel free to read and comment. Give me your opinions if I hit the mark. If I didn't, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to connect. Also, with my man Sam, August 14th, which is a little bit of ways away. We'll have more time to talk about it. We have a huge collab sale coming up on Instagram. So make sure you're following Comic Sam Collects and Tree City Comics. That way you'll keep getting the alerts as we get closer to August 14th. But we're going to blow out books. I mean, we got raws and slabs. It's going to be crazy. I'm almost just going to join to see what Sam's going to be selling. I might spend all my money with Sam's books, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And even if you're not going to buy anything, please just join and chat. We're going to have fun, laugh. It's just very, very fun event. So, we don't sell often. I mean, Sam's a better seller than me. I don't sell that often, but every time I do, I try to make it fun. So I hope we can connect on Instagram at Tree City Comics.
It's gonna be a blast.
Fantastic.
Yo,
All right, let's just go.
So
No, Instagram.
What up, people? First of all, shout out to everyone that's in the room. As always, I want to shout out everyone in the room, and I'm gonna need y'all to stop what you're doing. Listen, my homeboy Caesar, every week in and week out, he brings you this dope content. He's bringing it for years to the Comic Menu podcast page. So I need y'all to pay him back for giving you 2.5 hours of some dope guests and some dope content by going over to the YouTube page. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, press play, do something, don't do nothing. That having been said, I'm Issue X, otherwise known as the Robin Hood of the Unfair Market, owner and proprietor of Comic Sense. Couple things. We just did a really dope con. Comic Sam was a part of that, called Iconicon here in Western New York. We're going to continue to bring stuff like that to the community. I am partnered with the homeboy Matt up top on a project called A Better Word Than Blurred, where we just kind of get together and we kind of nerd out and talk about whatever we feel falls into that category. So make sure you check us out on YouTube, check us out on Instagram, check us out on TikTok, check us out on all of the social media channels at A Better Word Than Blurred. We are the Better Word Than Blurred, and we bring that to you every week by hook and by crook, with or without fail. So yeah, appreciate y'all for letting us have this time and hanging out here with the Comic Menu podcast. Love Caesar, love everyone in this podcast. Diage, it's so good to meet you in person. I hope, listen, you weren't able to speak a lot, but what you said resounded and impacted us much more than what J. Rob said, who actually spoke a lot. who actually spoke a lot. Like I gotta throw that out there at you. So yeah, that's what it is. Issue X. I'm up out of here.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody, including Dell. Pops in for his 1 hour, drops his slurs, and then he drops
Caesar,
right
can
on
I
out.
say something real quick? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I gotta say this. I gotta promote. I have to promote one more thing. I
Go
have to. So, J. Rob and I have partnered on a book, a dope book. A couple people have seen it in here already. It is called Escape from Image Comics. We have a really dope exclusive cover by Daniel Acuna. It's a Rick Remender, Daniel Acuna book. Daniel Acuna did this cover. It is a key cover. We have the only cover with the villain on it. We were able to pick that cover. It's phenomenal. It is done. Caesar's going to be hooking us up with a video to reveal that cover. J-Rob, it's his first project. He partnered with Comic Sense on that thing. So, we're happy to drop that as well. Can't wait to reveal it to the world. Caesar going to hook it up. And yeah, we're doing that. Escape, #1, Daniel Acuna, Rick Remender.
That's a good segue. You know what? I do want to do things for my friends. I saw the cover that Ish is talking about. Yeah, that's all right. I'm doing a reel also, most likely for Dan and Matt's. Sam's show, right? So I'll do a reel for them as well. So stick around. There's some good stuff coming my way, and there's good stuff going your way with some people here in this group. I love this group. DJ Thom, thank you so much, man, for joining. That was it's finally great. We always see you on the chat. You're always here basically every week, chatting it up with this. Is good for that Del said, hey, come on. So we got you, Matt, my man. It's been a while. It's been a minute, but
thanks for having me. Love the invites.
Listen, catch my new podcast, A Better Word Than Murd. It's a Mexican for Mexican nerds. So if you're throwing out that content,
I thought you were a Kurd. I thought you were a Cuban nerd.
No, Murd. I'm 100% Mexican. Don't let the good looks fool you, my friend. So Better Word Than Murd. Catch me on TikTok, Spotify, MySpace. I'm on all the platforms. So next week, I don't know what the hell we're doing. We're still trying to figure it out because we fly by the seat of our pants. And I'll say it once again, people come and join the show. Why? Because it feels like you're in a living room with a bunch of your friends. And that's what we do. Even J-Rob. He's knocking at the door every fucking night, and we just never let him in. But sometimes we open up that door, and here he is. I think J-Rob is, every good superhero needs a villain, and J-Rob he's that villain. I hold him close to my bosom. I really do.
He lived long enough to see himself turn into the villain.
Yeah, you're right. He's like Mr. Glass, this guy. So except. He's definitely not Glass. You've seen this fool. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Once again, I love all of you, and we're going to catch you guys